Hey everybody, welcome to episode 20 of the Will's Blues podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Swell.
Swell.
Yeah. I am at Eric_83 and I'm doing swell.
I want to know what the guy's feeling today. What's the guy doing? That's
I'm here.
Squeed.
That's all you're getting.
That's at Squeed, and you know.
I don't think he wanted the audience to have his name today. I don't think he wanted.
I don't think I don't know if he wanted to come on the show today too much. Maybe the audience needs to show a little bit of Squeed support today.
Squeed love.
Squeed love support.
Maybe.
Maybe like a couple of his construction posts on Instagram.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Like, I'll just keep doing that, and you guys will grease me up, eh?
Yeah,
we'll grease you up good.
I'm at Squeed, SKW, and I'm here.
I'm at Tin Can Blues, and I'm here too.
And I am at Mighty Wheels, and I'm here as well.
Yeah. Everybody knows who you are, gloriously.
They do know who I am. I don't need to tell them who I am.
You don't know. You don't need to tell them.
No, I don't.
Yeah. We still haven't gotten past the fucking around with our equipment yet.
Nah, not really.
It was better though. Better this time. Somebody
started,
forgot to plug it in.
It's been 2 minutes.
Just begun.
It's been 2 minutes.
Give me a little friggin' credit, man. I'm trying.
For what?
What are you looking at me for?
I don't know.
I'm not giving you any credit.
Well, have you earned any credit?
Yes.
Do you have store credit?
Please.
What?
Tell the listeners how you've earned credit and by credit towards what?
What kind of credit?
Yeah, I
want to
know this
For
too.
me to
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, what-
credit?
You're the one who's looking for the credit.
I have street credit. I have street.
Oh.
credit.
Do you?
Yeah,
How did you earn said street credit?
Very combative stance.
Yeah, it is. Especially with that Messier jersey. You know, that's like that takes away some street
You brought
cred.
it up. Eh?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Takes away a little bit of street
See,
cred.
if this was a Gretzky jersey, I would agree with you. But
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
if it was a Messier jersey that was an Oilers jersey, I'd probably agree. But it's a New York Rangers.
What if
fucking
it was
jersey.
a Gretzky New York Rangers? Okay, you know what? This is beside the point. We're having a. We want to know what kind of credit.
Where the fuck does your street credit come from?
I can't talk about it.
You can't talk about it because it doesn't fucking exist.
My credit is so high, I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
I've seen the
secret
way people
talking of
treat
credit.
you on the street. Bullshit.
I'm a fucking celebrity.
Are you in Latin Kings?
Yeah,
Are you
everyone.
in Latin King?
No, it's just because everyone points and laughs at him. It's just, he doesn't realize that they're not like, oh, look at that guy. Oh yeah, hey, great fucking mighty wheels over here. Yeah, no.
They're just happy that I'm allowed to go outside.
Well,
okay?
no, they're proud of you for putting on a brave face.
That too.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, it
gloriously.
doesn't look very brave from here.
And you cut off your glorious mane of hair too. That was glorious.
It was all right. It was
glorious.
Yeah, it was like Tortorella level.
It was.
That's good.
It's like you could have started yelling at hockey players pretty soon,
Yeah.
I could have.
and they would be like, "Whoa, we should probably listen."
You could have yelled at us to pick it up on the back check, and we would have had to do it.
Since when? None of you listen to anything.
Dude,
that
we
I
just went
say.
over that he doesn't have street
Yeah.
cred, so like let's
Yeah.
stop this nonsense.
Who listens to me? Nobody.
It's like only like 1/4 of this podcast does too.
Yeah, man, and even then, like only when he remembers to plug in the mic. So
Yeah, that's only like 40% of the time there, Money Mouse.
Yeah. So hey guys, should we talk about why plans have changed for this episode?
Oh yeah, we should address that for sure. Yes. So unfortunately, we will not be doing the episode this week with Cozen Indigo due to scheduling conflicts and issues, but we will eventually meet with them and have the episode with them. We just were unable to do it this week due to scheduling conflicts.
Rock stars. Let me
Bullshit.
tell you,
It's
fucking
bullshit.
those fucking rock stars, man. You know.
The rock stars.
allegedly we'll be doing it next week. I wouldn't have even said that much. You say delayed until further notice. Now you're just gonna, this is exactly why I don't believe you have any street cred, because you're not even giving
I did
podcast
not
credit.
even say that.
Oh,
You said
next
that.
week,
I didn't say next week. I said scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
You just threw me under the bus. You said next week, and now you're blaming me.
Yeah.
You throw me under the bus.
You're the first person. Yeah. You'd be the easiest to do it to.
Man,
What'd you do to him?
we're all fucking
What
salty
did I
today.
do?
Roll over his
Hey?
foot. What happened?
They're all
He
fucking
has a bad
salty
day,
today.
and he just takes that shit on me. I don't even want to know what he does to his wife at home.
So you haven't heard from her in a while, have you?
That's very true. Actually, nobody hears from her now. She can't leave the house.
She went on a walk.
I bet.
something.
Did she? Was it a limp or a walk?
Oh, she went a couple days ago. I'm sure she's fine.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Yes, that's unfortunate about Cozen Indigo. But
And Shannon.
and Shannon.
Shannon.
Them's the breaks, though. Sometimes the rock stars got to be rock stars.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, what do we don't have the right color fucking M&Ms or something?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what's in the rider. I didn't
They
read
didn't
it.
even tell us why they couldn't do it. We didn't even hear from any of them about why they wouldn't do it.
No, they're busy.
couldn't do it. Yeah,
They're busy,
that's-
and then some of them weren't in town.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
So that's just the way it goes.
I guess our time doesn't matter.
Apparently, our time doesn't matter. We're not that important.
Our time during this podcast matters to 27 people.
1,000 listens.
Yeah, but
say
these
that we are
people,
important.
were expecting
A rock and roll show.
Yeah.
They
the
were.
rock and roll
Yeah,
show.
They were.
Now we will neither be rocking nor rolling.
Yes.
So we're gonna all put on our NPR voices, I believe, and
You got a good
discuss
radio
the-
voice, man.
Yeah, you
You do. You do. Got
good radio voice.
Yeah, you do.
I think that's why you're at Shrew One's favorite.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a sensual podcast.
Just listen,
right there.
Listen to that shit.
I came.
That would be why the water tastes salty.
I would have come, but I would have had to take a pill.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Hey, man, we got to put a fucking on that soundboard or something.
No, we need that the Jeopardy wrong answer there.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Or wait, no, that's prices.
That's Price is Right.
That's
okay.
right, yeah. Prices Right.
Guess wrong, bitch.
Yeah, apparently.
I could just get an audio cap of Bob Barker going, "The Price is Wrong, bitch."
Yeah, we can
And
do
then,
that.
I'd rather have the "you're wrong" music. I
Yeah.
feel like it's
I think the
better.
estate of Bob Barker might sue us if we use his voice.
He's alive.
No, I think he's dead now.
Is he dead?
What?
I could be wrong.
No.
True one. Fact check.
Yeah, fact check. I don't know if he's alive or not.
Well, if he is, be safe.
Be safe,
Be safe, Bob Barker.
and also spay and neuter your pets.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
it's important.
And spay and neuter, maybe non-pets who maybe should be spayed or neutered at this point.
Whoa.
yeah.
Are you talking about eugenics?
Well, maybe.
Buddy, can I tell you about eugenics?
Oh man, no, no.
And this is where
They would not like
All
me.
right, and this is where the pod gets canceled.
No, this is where we get a huge following in North Carolina.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need that demo. We
Yeah.
need the
We do.
You get the demo you don't want, just all the yeah.
We want all the
You're damn right.
We want all the people that are staying inside. Nobody in North Carolina is staying inside.
Nah, nobody in the States is staying inside, judging by
Yeah.
the looks of
Yeah.
it.
Nobody
Where's
in the
well, there's
whole-
some, but
They're not even staying in their own country.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Where's Mount Rushmore? What state is that in?
Virginia, I think.
Yeah,
What? Really?
I thought it's in the
Isn't it
Dakota,
Virginia?
North Dakota
Isn't it?
or something.
North
Yeah, that's
Dakota?
where it is.
South
Yeah, yeah,
Dakota.
that's
South
where- yeah,
Dakota.
yeah.
I think it's South Dakota.
So yeah, that's where it is. It is South Dakota. Yep.
So, yeah.
Could they have been more
I thought it
original and been like, well, you know what?
I'll look it up.
Maybe we just name it something else. North Dakota, South Dakota,
Yeah.
Yeah, well they're
It's
like
been one Dakota.
maybe
West
they
Virginia, but there's no East Virginia.
No, fuck.
Way
There
down
used to be.
in East Virginia.
There
Yeah,
used
no,
to
it
be,
just
we
doesn't
don't
have the
talk
same
about
ring.
that anymore.
Does not have the same ring.
So yeah, because there's a huge Trump rally going on there tonight for 4th of July. Fireworks.
Is that tonight or tomorrow?
I think it's tonight.
Free
Eh,
COVID testing
it
to
might be-
prove they're number
Oh,
one.
No. There ain't none of that voodoo shit.
We're
going
number
on.
one. We're number one.
Masks, of course, optional. You know.
You're probably not allowed.
Well, no, they have masks, but they're optional. I don't even think it'd be advertised. I don't want that fucking mask.
I can't breathe. God designed my lungs to breathe, And God did not design me to breathe with a mask. I am going against the will of God by putting this mask on, and you cannot stop me, sir. It is the will of God.
And is it Jesus' blood protects you so you don't need a mask?
Yeah, well, tell me more about how cannibalism prevents diseases.
You have to wash yourself in Jesus' blood to get the protection.
No, you drink it and you eat his body and you're good to go. But do they not understand that cannibalism has its own illnesses?
I'm pretty sure it's just a cracker, Sid.
It's what it represents, guy.
Isn't the cracker the marrow?
I'm pretty sure they just give
God,
you
no,
a
it's
cracker.
not made out of Jesus' bone marrow. Fuck.
The wine is the blood.
Like, I mean, they'd be out of it by now.
Yeah, the wine is the blood. The
is the
wafer
blood?
thing
Is
is
the
the fucking body. It's his body.
the body. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Not his marrow.
Fucking hell.
That's pretty specific. If
It's
it
a
was.
pretty weird fucking ritual. I'll
Very
say
fucking
a little
that.
bit strange.
Super fucking.
But I always wonder. I've never had one. You think those crackers are good? I've never
No,
had
they're
one.
not. They're not.
Fuck, dude.
They taste like I don't know, like Bannock, but without flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we used to do it in our church when we were kids.
Yeah, you receive communion.
Well, it wasn't a Catholic church, but
What are you eating?
it was a United
High
Church.
school?
Protestant.
I'd say we feuding, but I don't believe in any of that nonsense anyway. So.
Yeah. I mean, but it's a weird fucking ritual. And then, of course, you couldn't dip yourself in the holy water when COVID was like at the height because
other people dipped themselves in that water.
Isn't that supposed to fucking help you? But no.
It'll just give you COVID now.
So just give us
Fucking
your
give you COVID.
Keep giving us your donations.
Maybe you get COVID from this.
I know
fucking
you
water.
are jobless, child, but God will establish a base income for you if you give me half your income.
Did you see that fucking Kenneth Copeland guy? The guy that looks like Satan incarnate.
Yeah.
He's fucking look him up. He looks like Satan incarnate. He looks fucking.
He's one of
evil.
those like private jet dudes.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, he is the guy who like.
No, there's a lot of them.
Okay, so
there's
he's
a lot of
he's
those
one of the
guys.
guys with a private jet, but like if you look at him when he speaks, it's pure evil. He just like, reaches out to the fucking TV screen or the camera, and he's like, "You're all healed from COVID is cured.
yeah.
I've given the cure." And that, but he
Praise the Lord on high.
he looks like Satan incarnate. Like I got no problem with you believing in a higher power that way, but like
Man, if it makes you happy and renders you ostensibly more serviceable to your fellow man, then do it.
but like those guys, fuck those guys.
Evangelicals are monsters. Like,
Yeah.
fuck
Where
Oh,
would
yeah,
public
but-
access TV be without those
Like,
monsters?
you're just
So,
preying on
right?
the weak and stupid.
Way
then.
better.
Like
Way better.
it's
way better.
access should just be Mr. Rogers
Hey,
all of the time.
I gotta
That's
say though,
PBS.
it would be a
That's
hell of a good time being a televangelist. You just get up there, spout a bunch of nonsense. You just got power and conviction. You got a whole sea of people just going, "Oh God damn it, this man is rad. I can see the Holy Spirit working through him." And just you're commanding thousands of people. Like it's got to be pretty
like-
incredible.
It's
Like
probably the same
guys
like
who
Rush as
listen-
being a rock star.
Sorry.
or Hitler.
Yeah.
Or Hitler.
Well, yeah.
Or Hitler.
It's like guys who listen to shit like that call their wife mother, and it's fucking weird.
Yeah, but only in front of the kids.
No, I mean like the fucking vice president. He calls his fucking wife mother,
that's
and he's not
fucking
just
weird.
doing it in front of the kids.
He calls his wife mother?
Yeah, he calls his wife mother.
Why?
that's a
Because
little
he's
weird.
like the fucking old time. That
Always seemed weird, man. Like,
Yeah.
That's a little weird. Like I can see like, hey, go say hi to your mom, or your mom's over there, or
Yeah.
I don't know where mom is.
Yeah,
No.
It
But
must
not
be,
like-
it must be a cultural thing from a certain region of the states. But I wonder where that came from.
Yeah,
Like,
I wonder as well.
I know people call like people of importance in England. I think like mum.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
just
like
say.
that's like a thing of respect. It would be weird to call your wife mum.
Yeah.
Now that I think
You
about
had
it,
a
I think
boss
my
lady for
grandfather
sure.
does that to my nana. I think he says mother to her.
Yeah, but isn't that your grandma?
Yeah, well, yes, but like it's like it would be like it's my mom's mom, but he's English. He's an old English guy, so that's why I agree with Sid. It's like an old respect thing.
Into your mouth.
It's an old respect thing for
Hit the
English
button.
people.
Hit the button. The light blue one.
No.
Right, refuse.
It has to be organic.
Outright refusal.
Yeah, so but no, that guy can't be Satan incarnate because Satan incarnate is fucking Sean Hannity. That's fucking
Who's who?
You don't think
Sean Hannity?
Tucker Carlson's not saying
No, because Tucker Carlson's a fucking moron. Sean Hannity is like he's dangerous. He's fucking dangerous.
Is he? You think he's dangerous?
Yeah, he's super dangerous. He's like the fucking like the primetime guy on fucking Fox News, and it is fucking. He just looks bad. He looks like if Germany had won, like he would be fine.
Kenneth Copeland.
Okay, yeah, all right.
See that?
Whoa.
That man makes me want to praise the Lord on high.
Whoa.
That's him. That's
He's
him.
even wearing a white suit.
Yeah, that's him preaching. I think at one of the coronavirus things.
I think I saw that movie.
Yeah.
And he is the devil.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks bad.
the devil incarnate, man. Like, and that's not even the only picture you can find where he looks like the devil. So, yeah, Wheels Blues listeners, look it up. He looks fucking pure evil.
Yikes.
Yikes is right. Fuck. And then there's people all over the world just watching that guy and being like, yes, I'll buy your bottle of fucking coronavirus holy water. You know,
Even when that dude got called out and they I
or
can't
Peter
remember.
Popoff.
Yeah, where that guy went on stage and was like, "Oh yeah, this is like laid it out. This is how he's like cheesing all you people out of your fucking millions," and he still has a following.
Yeah. Well, I think like too, they even like some like fraud investigator went in.
Yeah, and like
tapped
hijacked
into
this signal.
Yeah, the radio signal. He had like a little earpiece, and he was getting fed information from his wife all the time.
Yeah,
about, like,
because they had comment cards.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
What are you here for? What do you believe? What do you want?
Yeah.
What's your backstory?
yeah, so and so has like a bum knee, or
Yeah,
like
and it's just really bad right now, so they'll probably be fine to walk if you make them believe that they'll be fine to walk. And the Lord said, "You're healed." And it's like, yeah, okay, I feel pretty jazzed up right now. Bet you I could walk. Fucking 10 minutes later, they're like, fucking, oh, no, tore that ACL, son of a bitch. Is Peter Popoff gonna pay my fucking $30,000 medical bill?
Fuck no, he's not.
No, because he's flying off to the Bahamas with his harem of whores.
Is he hanging out on Jared Leto's Fuck Island?
No. I'd go more with Epstein's.
Yeah, I was just
that's
gonna
bad,
say
that's bad.
definitely
Yeah.
Epstein's
with
Island.
that other girl that got arrested there the other day.
Yeah,
And it's gonna like
Ghislaine Mack.
Oh, Ghislaine.
Ghislaine,
so weird.
Ghislaine?
It's like Gristle. I always want to say
Ghislaine, whatever. The
Ghislaine.
one.
I think it's Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix?
No.
It's
Filthy
fucked up.
rich.
It's
I
so
think
fucked
I
up.
think
That is-
Monster is just an appropriate title
Yeah,
for
probably.
her.
But
Yeah.
she's the one that is going to die from something in a couple of weeks, mysteriously.
Okay, so I saw somebody posted, it was like, hey, did you hear Ghislaine, whatever her last name is, got arrested and then died next week?
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Right.
she's
It's
gonna.
legit.
Clintons are going to be all over that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like mysterious, like coronavirus next week.
I can see
No,
that.
it's going to be
Lower
blatant.
body
Like
injury.
that one dude who was going to testify in the email. I think it was the email scandal, and they found him dead by suicide, but he had 2 bullet wounds in the back of his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, well, you can totally get off 2 shots if you're quick enough.
In the back of your head from a sniper rifle.
What if it was a buckshot? Yeah, or like one of those shotguns, like a
It's a
double
2-shot
barrel.
Derringer.
It's like
Yeah,
suicide
Is that
from.
a Saturday Night Special?
No, that's a snub nose 38.
Okay.
Whoa, fuck.
You were ready with that.
I like my noir, man. Saturday Night Special. Yeah. Oh,
It's
fucking.
just a fucking cool name for a gun.
It is, right?
Saturday Night
It's a
Special.
38 revolver. You got to be looking a man in the eyes if you want to hit him.
Is that the one that the Hoovers would like?
No, that's a
carry?
Derringer.
That's
the Derringer,
okay,
yeah.
all
They're
right, yeah,
usually a little 2-shot 22.
yeah, having a little fucking
Yeah,
gun.
there was one at my grandma's house that was like silver, and it had like all sorts of country designs and an ivory handle. It was super slick.
that's sweet.
My grandpa had a bunch of really cool like collectible guns, a lot of gold rifles and shit
Really?
like that. Yeah.
I got a bunch of gold rifles too in Call of Duty, by the way.
Yeah, well, fucking whatever.
Call of Duty gold rifles.
That's fucking right, buddy.
Yeah, how
Gold
much you pay for
plated,
that
son.
shit, huh?
Oh, I got a couple of those in Red Dead. too.
Microtransaction yourself into poverty, I see.
Kind of.
You got the Super 8. Do you take gold plated?
I swear to God,
Assault
I've got
rifles.
a fucking PSN account that you will want. I just really need to feed my kid.
I'll sell you my IG handle. All 8 followers are all yours. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that'd be a bargain basement if I was going to sell any of my hand. People fucking do that though. They
Oh, for
sell-
sure, 100%.
It's fucking weird.
It's so weird.
It
On
pisses
eBay,
me
man,
off.
it's-
It
yeah.
fucking
World of
pisses
Warcraft
me off.
accounts is where it's really big. Or EVE Online. EVE Online,
yeah.
man, I'm sure people pay thousands of dollars for an account with like
crazy.
But that fucking EVE Online, man, people they're bartering real money. Thousands of dollars of deals are going on in that fucking thing. I had a roommate that played that shit, and it was like, I don't even want to think about looking into playing that. Like,
Yeah.
fucking World of Warcraft took a bunch of time. Fucking, ugh, man, no, like, because and then when you lose your ship, you're fucking done. It's gone. Every bit of money and hour you invested, fucking gone. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
All those open world games, like massive multiplayer open world games, there's so much time investment.
Dude, that's just it. Like even the way Eric plays Call of Duty is too much for me. I just like I can play the shit out of a game, but if I have to continuously play it like that, man, I just can't do it. I can't.
love it. I'm doing all the that's why I have like the gold plays. I'm doing all the challenges for the guns.
See, like I'm platinuming the Resident Evil games, and I just I can spend 6 hours playing through like a bonus thing to unlock something to do that. I can do that because there's a fucking end to it. I'll be like, shit, yeah, I got that platinum. I can walk away from this game if I ever feel like picking it up and playing it. I can, but I've completed it.
Yeah.
It's completed. Man, I just like fuck, man. I got into World of Warcraft and I just got pissed off because I'm like, I just gotta start another character and get them up and do this, and I'm like, well, fuck, there's no end. It doesn't
That's
end.
kind of what I.
It's actually it's nicer now with the new Call of Duty because you don't have to fucking prestige every fucking 10 days. So it's like you buy the battle pass and then you earn enough fucking COD points now, and I'm probably never gonna have to buy actually anything in that game ever again. Thank God. But you get to a certain level and you just keep like unlocking shit, and then when the battle pass resets, you don't lose anything that you've earned.
Oh, okay,
I fucking always hated it. You see people on like they're like a level 55 with like the first prestige emblem, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna toast this guy.
What's a prestige level?
So you would reach level 55. Like XP, whatever.
That's the highest level you can reach.
That used to be the highest level, and then you would prestige.
So you'd reset.
Yeah, so everything got reset. Everything you earned, all your fucking guns that you're used to fucking...
But you'd have a sick little logo next to your name, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's all it was like a little tiny
Just to
pin.
be like, hey, fuck you, I'm better.
Yeah.
But that's what those games are all about, fucking clout anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's
It's so funny. Like, I love when people like... Because I'll say it right now, I'm guilty of camping. Although in real life, it's called an ambush. And what I'm doing is I'm fucking killing people.
Yeah, you would have loved SOCOM, dude.
I did play SOCOM. I love SOCOM.
Let's get a PS5 SOCOM. Fuck me. Permadeath. Like, you spent 45 minutes trying to hunt down 4 dudes in the jungle. Fuck yeah, those games were sick.
Do the right thing, Call of Duty, first of all, and make a fucking Vietnam game. Please. If anyone out there,
They've never made a Vietnam Call of Duty.
There was Black Ops 1?
Yeah, they had
Was
they had
centered-
little bits of stuff. But
Yeah,
that
little bit.
included like the Bay of Pigs and that like the fucking Cuban Missile Crisis shit.
Yeah.
Like, well, Black Ops, right?
So it wasn't just like a standalone Vietnam game, like way back in the day, Battlefield Vietnam for PC.
Oh my god, yeah, I think we've talked about that on the podcast before. Just fucking flying over an island in a fucking helicopter with CCR playing as you're just gunning motherfuckers down.
Boner Town. We used to go to internet cafes. I don't know if anyone...
Yes.
Dude, yeah, we had the digital den here. And fucking LAN parties out the ass.
There was this one place where you could get a night pass. It was like $12 for like the like
4 hours.
Like no, it was like a night pass. So you go there at like 8 o'clock at night, and you pay $12, and then you can stay till 8 in the morning.
Suck a fuck. That's ridiculous.
Oh, buddy, and you know, there's just like the one Korean guy, and he's probably playing like fucking Counter Strike, but this one.
Well, like the guy behind the counter.
Yeah.
He's fucking gambling. Don't even kid yourself.
Yeah, probably. Whatever. He's probably got a couple things on the go. It'd be dope because it'd just be like you and your boys. Like there might be like another guy there who'd be there for a couple hours. You get his porn fix and take off. But this guy, he had like a big screen TV, and he had at that point like a PS2, I guess. So you could like rent the PS2 and play. But
yeah, we had the digital den was like that.
You had your terminal, and we would take a couple ecstasies, and we would get a big bag of weed, and we would play fucking Battlefield Vietnam until you got to the point where you're like, this is becoming too realistic. They're in the fucking...
Where the fuck am I gonna get to?
I can smell them.
I need a necklace. this fucking ears and noses.
It's such a good game. It was such a good. The maps were great.
Yeah.
And it's
Huge
Battlefield,
open world.
big battlefield maps. You can destroy everything. You can drive
The
everything.
epitome of a '60s fucking rock and roll soundtrack too,
Yeah.
man. Like it was, no, that game was above and beyond awesome. It was so good.
Do the right thing, Call of Duty, and stop making fucking World War II games that start on fucking D-Day.
I just don't
We get
understand
it.
why-
We get
like,
it.
I'd like to see some other battles like Call of Duty World War II is pretty good.
It's super good.
It was
It's super
good, but it was the same. It's all the same
yeah.
But
stuff.
I've been playing war games since Medal of Honor.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude,
mean? And
dude,
it's always the
yeah.
same fucking thing.
It's the heroes of World War II, and this is in no way lessening
Oh, no,
World War
no, no,
II and the sacrifice that was made and the the fascism that was overturned and destroyed, quote unquote, that day.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah, let's see some other shit. Let's get some Gulf War shit and some.
Vietnam would be good though.
Vietnam would be awesome.
Was there a
Vietnam would
Gulf
be
War
good.
game though? Fucking Spec Ops: The Line, or that might have been the Iraq War or something.
There was.
There was Days of Fallujah, but that got canceled because the Middle East got hot again.
There was a Battlefield game, I think, that had a couple of levels, like in 03 or 04 when the war first started. And there was was it fucking Battlefield?
There was that one Battlefield that was World War One.
Yeah, Battlefield 1.
That one was a nice change of pace.
I liked it because when I heard about it I'm like, oh yeah, another fucking Battlefield game with fucking drones and shit. I'm just not interested in future war shit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
someone's like, no, dude, it's World War One, and I went
That's
like,
right.
whoa, that's fucking
It was
cool.
a PS Plus game, not too long ago. You should download those games regardless of whether or not you're going to play them.
July 7th is NBA 2K22.
Whatever. We just got 2K19 and whatever the fuck about that too.
I'm gonna get it for sure.
Do they not have is there not a reason that Vietnam and the Middle East, Gulf War and Afghanistan wars don't get video games because it's too close?
Well, there's a lot of political mumbo jumbo about that too. You can't.
Sorry.
If you're gonna mute yourself, you can't talk. No, there's there have been games that are take place in the Middle East that get canceled because the Middle East gets hot, or there's just I don't know, the desire's just not there either. Vietnam was a dirty war.
Yeah,
that was a
that's-
thing
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people were against.
There's a
and-
lot of conflicted feelings about it. Yeah, for
But
sure.
fuck me, get me a Tiger Force game where I'm collecting fucking ears and noses and shit, and just mowing down villages, killing farmers.
Speaking of fucking Tiger Force,
Naughty
what's
Dog.
going on with that book?
Well, see, I busy week, so I didn't really do a lot of reading. And then the free time that I did have, like I say, 2 days ago, I found the Cosby Show on Amazon.
yeah,
So
okay.
that's pretty much consumed my life. But I'm gonna it's fucking heavy shit. It's heavy.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what I
Cosby
mean?
Show is probably
You,
super
you got
heavy.
you got to be kind of squeed to read that and go yeah.
Well, it's it's not like I'm turning the
Knock
page and being
that, knock that
"Tell
farmer
me
down
more."
and take his fucking ears. Yeah, you need that
sensual
collection of ears.
podcast.
No. It's just fucked up. It's interesting to read about the depravity of the levels that a human can go to, the things that a human can do, and the lack of empathy, or not even that, but the drive that some people experience to do that stuff. I was having a conversation today with someone who worked in child crimes as a cop, and it's just these people are wired differently. The things they find attractive, or the things that drives them, there's common ground in the understanding of wanting something, or finding beauty in something, or being compelled to do something. The only difference is most of us aren't compelled to butcher somebody or rape somebody or do that kind of stuff. So it's just reading about those limits and how far some people can go past them comfortably is incredibly interesting to me. It's
I get
not
that.
it's not just because it's fucking horrific. It's because someone found that act to be okay or normal, and that's why it blows my mind. That's why I'm interested in that stuff. How can someone just go, fucking cutting people up and cooking them up and that kind of shit is just, it's fine, it's normal. I'm kind of choked that it's not okay with everyone else. It's interesting. It's really fucking interesting.
There were so many things around that war, specifically. I mean, there's I mean, just try to put yourself into like the shoes of like a grunt, like, you know, like 67, 68, 69. Your country doesn't give a shit about you.
You're getting fed speed and weed.
You're getting doped up. You're sleep deprived. You can't think. You're freaked out. Your government certainly doesn't care about you. You know, and you're just like, you pretty much had the free reign of doing whatever the fuck you want. I mean, that was like the Wild West.
Well, and especially with that unit, right? Like they were literally told this is a no fire zone, and they took it as, oh, that means that like it's our zone. Basically, I don't understand how they perceive that, but that's kind of what they were told by a lot of their higher ups as well. Like, war is an ugly place.
So yes, I mean,
war is always ugly. Awful things happen. Like look at the way they were treating prisoners in Guantanamo Bay, right? Like it's a power thing. It's power. Once people get power, it can go ugly places. Look at the Stanford prison experiment. Within 2 days, there were people actually abusing people, and this was a fucking social experiment in the basement of a university.
That's
you know, like
that happened.
you give someone a gun and free reign, and you pump them up so much that they think they are saving the fucking world with their actions.
Yeah,
and the shit they will do because they believe it's right.
Is that where that saying is like absolute power corrupts absolutely? Like no matter what, you could be like the best guy in the fucking world, but you give an absolute power, eventually you're gonna.
It has to.
You know,
it has
you're going to
to
be corrupted in some way because you're
even just boredom at that point. Right?
Well, yeah.
Like if the world is literally your playground, you're going to get bored being a nice guy.
Yeah, like you get used to it, right? Like so you get used to doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
and then like now, so you kind of start getting corrupted a little bit. Yeah.
Well, like, why do you think so many ex-military people, a lot of them get involved in biker gangs, especially after Vietnam? Like the Mongols and the HA after Vietnam, fucking huge surge because they were literally given guns and drugs and went, kill people. Okay, cool, sweet.
Plus,
what do I do when I get back? Nothing, because everyone's gonna spit on you and call you a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's even just more, that gives you more reason to re-up. So like a lot of guys doing multiple tours in Vietnam, 3-4 years in Vietnam, and I mean that was statistic war. So you're being encouraged to do that because your superiors and their superiors want numbers. They want bodies because that's how you win the war. I don't know where the disconnect from World War II to Vietnam, like where it just became so dirty.
Right, like you weren't getting a Christmas Day, everyone puts down their guns and has dinner next to each other. Shit.
Yeah.
You're getting, oh, hey, there's farmers and they're trying to help us find the goddamn insurgents from, fuck them. Like,
well, Tet. I mean, the whole Tet offensive was. That's like their New Year's, Christmas, whatever, all rolled into one in Vietnam. And so there was the big ceasefire, and then that's when the Vietnamese totally turned that war on its fucking head. And why the Americans to this day still don't know how to fucking find a tunnel system. And fucking, that your enemies are just going to continuously burrow under you. Fucking... Yeah, the American military idea is such a joke at this point and so antiquated.
I think the world wars were different because there was like collectively the entire war kind of collectively decided this.
Yeah, but how long did it take even though, like, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely it took forever for them all to collectively decide that it was terrible.
In both of them, but particularly the second. Fucking Hitler's rise to power started in
like 33.
Yeah. No, he was like man, there was like a couple pushed trying to seize power or get into control, the leader of the fucking fascist party, and eventually did, and then fucking I can't remember how he did it, but he managed to wrangle like, what do you call it, like martial law basically, so that he could take power.
Yeah, he like destroyed, like they burned the Reichstag.
Yeah.
And then they blamed. They were like it was the Jews.
Yeah. So now we got to go to war, huh?
Yeah. And then they were like,
but like, how many countries did they invade and take over and murder thousands of people before? Like IBM was sending over goddamn death tally machines to the death camps while they were fighting.
He used like fear and everything to institute like all those kind of
fear
things
and socialism.
Yeah, well, fear and
We're
like,
gonna design like him and Hans Porsche. Or, is it Hans? I think Hans Porsche.
well, it's the same as like,
But, like,
they
they-
used fear of an attack or
Yeah.
like fear of something like that to institute things, much the same as the United States uses fear to institute like the Patriot Act and
but they
stuff
also
like that.
developed like social systems that would help the impoverished, and they were going, oh shit, oh they're going to build an affordable family vehicle, the Volkswagen Beetle. They're going to do this. They're going to do this. They're going to, so everyone who's poor is going, well, fuck, he's going to fix our country. He's going to help us. He's going to save us. And other people want to infringe on our right to be happy.
The rich people in Germany were not the Germans; they were mostly Jews.
Yeah. Their money was like wallpaper after fucking World War I.
Yeah, it totally was.
Yeah.
It's like that Deutschmark was worth fuck all.
It's quite the thing to see how like what a false flag could do to like an entire country.
And it was just like that, like just like the same as like like whatever that conspiracy about it was the states crashing their own fucking planes into the.
Well, 9/11. Do you think 9/11 was a conspiracy?
I don't think so. I don't know. Like,
I think it's interesting that people say it's this big conspiracy and that George Bush was ahead of, and then they, in the same breath, call him a retard.
Yeah, but
like-
you hear his speech when he was a governor, and then you hear his speech as president. Something's going on there.
He's just
Like,
old.
A few too many trips to the Bohemian Grove and Camp David
Yeah.
that got him brainwashed
Like,
and
I-
set up to do.
there's no doubt that all that whole politician thing goes way back to colleges
Dude,
and all things. Like, there's no doubt that like they're all connected. Like it all goes way back, and all the political families have been all known each other for generations and all this. But like,
Anytime the head of a weapons manufacturer tells you to kind of speed up your "I'm the president now" speech, your commencement speech.
For
I think that was Reagan, and I think it happened with fucking Bush, where like
the inaugural address?
Yeah, the inaugural address, right?
Yeah.
That was fucking what Cheney was like. Let's go. Like, let's fucking not be here all day. I want like let's start some fucking wars.
I got contracts to give.
Yeah, he's Lockheed Martin, right?
No, he was Halliburton.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck.
I don't know, man. Like look at they got a picture of like the moment that George Bush
Bruce Bush.
George Bush found out when that 9/11 happened.
Yeah, but Keith, what would you? What
He
the
was in
fuck?
front of school kids.
Yeah, but, like,
What
I don't know.
What would you do?
Yeah, but like
I
just
did
look
the
at it
exact
all.
same
oh
thing
my
he
God,
did.
kids, you're
I
all
did
gonna
the-
fucking die.
I did the exact same thing he did. I would finish the book and then politely
Yeah,
excuse myself.
but like just look at it like when they someone took a picture, right? And
Yeah, well,
He's sitting there and
maybe-
he starts nodding. But I
Yeah,
think that's a natural
yeah,
reaction.
yeah, but like
maybe you shouldn't fuck over goddamn paid CIA operatives that you pay to overthrow goddamn
Yeah.
powers.
no, what I mean is
in
I
the
don't think it
Middle
was a
East.
conspiracy.
And
Like,
just
or if it was, he wasn't involved. Like he,
Oh, so you mean he was like pissed? Like,
or like no, I think he was like
The fuck?
no, I think he was pissed probably, but
No
I think
shit.
he was
Yeah, well,
like
he should.
what the fuck do I do?
I think he
What
was
the
like
fuck do I do?
like what like
Dude, I
what?
can't imagine having that kind of power. I don't like running a crew some
or
days.
responsibility. Like that's
Oh, yeah.
a pretty massive.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
what's the call, Commander in Chief? What's
Yeah.
the call? What do we do? And you're like, I don't fucking know.
I've been in charge of 6-figure jobs, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I fuck up, I fuck up. Running a country of 300 million people, like, yeah, you've got
and they're
advisors
looking and they're
everything,
looking
but
to you. They're looking to you. Some planes just fucking crashed some buildings.
that.
It's the biggest fucking
But-
terrorist attack on
and-
in home soil in forever, and they're looking at you. What the fuck do you do?
Do you think the war was a good response to what had happened? Like, if you ran a country, would you be like,
No.
well, somebody has to pay for this?
well, let's shoot guns now.
I don't know. I
I
don't know.
don't-
Like, there's that whole like, does that many wrongs make a right? And like, is it right to go start another?
Well,
fight
here's-
because-
here's-
Well,
the-
no, wait.
but-
What happens if the nuclear bomb was never dropped on Japan? Like, what do you think the world looks like? So to go to that extreme,
I think at
We'd
that
all
point.
be speaking Japanese.
No, I
damn.
don't think so because at that point in time, Germany was already beaten.
yeah, but that war was still going.
It was still
on
going,
in
but
the
like
Pacific,
it was still
very
going
much
on
so.
in the Pacific. But Germany was beaten, so now, I mean, like, did you really like?
They didn't need to do that.
You-
They
you
didn't
You don't
can-
need-
think they needed to
they
do
didn't
that?
need
I don't
to do
know,
that.
like because like
The Japanese were like chaining themselves to their guns, dude. Like,
yeah, they were kamikazing the fuck out of all the
They
boats
were-
in the
they were
Pacific.
in
That's
to
because
win
you don't stand down to anybody.
No, no.
But Japan's had like a fucking very, very isolationist culture for hundreds of years up until then.
I don't know. Like it happened. I don't know if like I would have been able to push the button to drop a bomb like that.
I don't
on all
think
those.
bombing a fucking town full of civilians is the right answer ever.
No, but
End of that.
No, I don't think so either.
Strategic military strike points, for sure. Hey, you're going to fucking hit the airbase that they're launching all these fucking pilots from? Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Hey, a town of fucking people?
And actually, they did that.
Fuck you.
They did that. I think it was during Midway. They did that.
Yeah, the Battle of Midway. Yeah,
They actually by pure chance happened upon the aircraft carrier that was carrying all the Japanese ships.
It's the same
and
thing.
They
that
firebombed the fuck out
How
of
many
it.
hospitals and schools did they fucking bomb in September of 2001 with Clinton?
Yeah.
Like,
So
you
many.
know, they don't give a shit. They're just going to go, hey, we're going to flex our fucking muscle. Like, I remember when the fucking bombs started falling on Baghdad. I was
pretty
fucking
sure-
watching TV
I
and
remember
it's
that
like,
night. I
we're
remember watching
interrupting
it.
this for
Like,
a special broadcast, and there was night vision cameras
Yeah.
of fucking American
A war.
jets.
A war.
was on
A
TV.
war, yeah.
Yeah, it
Fucking
cut out the
war.
goddamn Simpsons. Like, it was like, holy fuck.
The broadcasters were kind of like glorifying it or saying, "Look at this
Yeah, I
beautiful
don't know,
spectacle."
man. I was
I know
watching
they were
a beautiful
glorifying 'cause, like,
spectacle.
They're
Bombing a fucking city of
No, I
innocent
agree.
civilians.
I agree.
No, I don't know what fucking news network you were watching, but I was on the
can't remember.
CBC, and they were
Fox
like,
News.
"This is happening." Yeah, you probably
Fox
watched
News.
It might have been.
No,
The glorious leader of America has started bombing the infidels, non-Christian monsters that they are.
No, I think like that. I don't think you had to drop those little like the fat man and little boy or big boy, whatever the fuck it was called. But like, I don't know how. Like the war would definitely have gone on longer. You might have been more losses of American life and Australian life and whoever the fuck else is. And
The
like,
Japanese were
Chinese
bombing
life, you know?
military fucking targets.
Yeah.
They
No,
were-
I
they-
know.
you know?
I know. Like it's so like there's so many innocent people that did die there.
no
so
reason.
yeah. So I don't know. It's a tough call. I wouldn't want
for
to.
no reason, but it ended World War II.
I know, but like
Yeah, but how many
It's that-
how many
it's
how
that-
many non-combative lives would have been lost had they not? And
Yeah,
I mean
it's
not
kinda like-
soldier deaths. I mean innocent civilians sitting
You-
at home.
you say that
innocent
they're-
kids sitting at home.
Innocent
but you can-
kids live on military
Yeah.
bases too, though. You
Yeah,
know that,
well,
right?
yeah, I am aware of that, but I mean, like, you're bombing just a city of people.
and like
There's
at that-
no, there's no like, hey, this
that-
is strategically going to help the war effort. No, this is a fuck you, stop shooting us, or I'm going to shoot you. It's like the little sister who's like
But is
flicking
that-
your ear, and you're like, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you.
At the end of the day, though, is that not what war is? Who swings the bigger dick?
I guess that's what it came down to. At the end,
Probably.
it
Is
was.
that not
it's
what
such-
every war?
That's what it came
from
down to.
Xerxes all the way
I
to.
fucking isolationism, man.
suppose.
Take care of your country.
But like,
Yeah.
And if someone
Yeah.
fucking hits you, yeah, hit them back. But you're in a fucking war. You don't just. I don't know, man. I just.
War is so great.
it is. Is this because like what
Is it though?
It is.
Like-
it is.
I
It is.
think it absolutely
Like,
is.
are you kidding me?
When-
There's-
okay, so
there's-
when you hear of like a hospital or school being bombed in Iraq, do you not think like I wonder if they had a reason to like do you not trust
allegedly,
each other enough to-
allegedly, that's where they'd hide out.
that's where they would
in
put
hopes
shit under
of.
schools because
bec-
when you
you're not
bomb
gonna
a school,
fucking- yeah.
that's gonna make you look really bad, right? So you like it's like
Allegedly, and like I'm not saying I have an opinion either way. I'm just saying like there's.
it makes me think of Die Hard when fucking
Stop
he's got
killing each other for fuck's sake. It can't
Yeah.
be that goddamn hard to just take care of your own goddamn country.
Like, at
Leave
the-
everyone else the fuck alone.
At the time of like when like Japan had the same interest of conquest of land that Hitler did of taking over Europe. Japan was trying to take over China.
Yeah.
So
they hate
so
the Chinese.
so they were going into China
the Irish and the Scots.
they were like raping and killing and brutally.
Oh, they were
They-
okay.
they-
So, like
they
Unit
were-
731, they'd be abducting people and they were subjecting them to pain threshold experimentation, radiation
like,
experimentation.
the Japanese
they
were-
were dropping bombs of like infected lice on communities in Russia and China.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, the Japanese were going to a lot of the experimentation that Hitler's camps and like
Yeah, but like-
rebels and stuff whatnot were carrying out were based on what Japanese people had done decades before.
And he was looking at Mussolini before that, even like that's how you take a country, that's how you do all this, like, and
But
because
Mussolini turned out to be a bitch too.
Yeah, he kind of did.
well, like at the end of the day, like if Japan had the bomb, they would have dropped it, and
Yeah, they fucking.
so like I mean,
Do you think they would have dropped the bomb?
I
Yeah.
absolutely think they would.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then
they
like,
were already just sacrificing their own military people.
that
Look
is
what
that
they
is
do.
that
Look
is
what-
not a sacrifice of their own military people. That is like a code of conduct. That is
Still, that's
a
like-
samurai thing, man.
Yeah, I know, but like still,
Yeah.
it's like you're taking
That's
out
the lengths
battleships.
that they're going. That's the lengths that you're going. And
Yeah,
you,
but what?
as a world leader,
Tell me a war that people where they used to stand in lines and fire muskets at each other. How is that not sacrificing yourself for battle, for victory? It's the same
Well,
fucking
it
thing. You're
all
gonna
is.
stand in a line of fire. Exactly.
But like they're
They just took
literally
it to an extreme to win by all accounts because they knew they couldn't win any other way.
well, they discovered a way they could start doing severe fucking damage to all these ships, like the American, Australian ships and stuff that were out there.
But they were fucking hitting military targets.
but
that's that.
There's still civilian lives that are
Yes,
lost
of
in a
course.
military.
There's
strike
going to
like
be,
that.
but you
Like,
drop a bomb on a fucking city of 200,000 people.
It's a pretty big fucking deal. Like,
It's,
you know,
it's
like
just like
I don't know, yeah, but like you're right. War is gray.
I'm
'Cause, like,
pulling the cord on
War-
that.
war-
If
war is
I-
just
if
fucking
me,
disgusting.
Yeah.
If I'm Roosevelt, I'm pulling the cord on that.
Yeah, I don't know,
That
like-
shit's happening.
I don't like if it was me. If it was me in
yeah,
the
that shit's happening.
if it was me in the plane though, I mean, imagine. Like, I don't think I could.
But you better have a fucking spot to land.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking thing, like,
or you're like
you better have your shit in order. if
and you're
gonna
not going back.
disobey like
yeah, you're
that.
not that. You're court martial. Like
Oh
you're,
yeah, no,
you're not.
There's no court martial. You're
You're
gonna be
dead.
shot.
Yeah.
yeah, you're gone.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I could pull the trigger on dropping those fuckers. There's no way. I just wouldn't have it in me. You know.
It's just such a like you think like in the 40s.
Maybe-
you've been through almost 10 years of that
Yeah.
war, and you're always telling people like, and I thought that was like a trend like in World War II, where it's like home by Christmas, home by Christmas, home by Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's like how many Christmases go by where it's like now you have to justify to your base who is going to put you in office. Like, what are we fucking doing here?
I guarantee you, if
what
I
are we
was
doing here?
if I was Canadian military in 1940, when was that drop? 45, 1945, that would drop.
Yeah.
So if I was 1945 Canadian military, so Hitler's defeated. You're probably maybe you're not in the war, but you're still in the war.
Yep.
Maybe you're gonna get sent out that way to help. Who knows?
Yep.
I guarantee you, if I'm a soldier in 1945 and I heard that bomb got dropped and the war's over, I'm probably celebrating like
yeah, you're big time celebrating.
like crazy.
You're going home.
One, because I'm going home.
You're gonna fuck your wife. You're
Yep.
gonna see your kid.
Kids,
that was-
yep.
Yeah.
We won. Yay, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I'm probably not thinking about the complete and you're not going to see it really. Like,
No, and of course not. Of course not. I know you're not seeing it as a
But, like,
as a
now-
Japan was still like the Orient. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was like the Far East. Shit
Yeah.
that you see in like King Kong movies. Like you hear about it there.
there was still like samurai.
It wasn't like, oh, cool, like Tokyo, Japan. Oh, yeah, I know that place. They have the vending machine with the panties.
yeah.
What? Because if you did that now, you'd be like, what the fuck? The
Yeah.
panty vending machines.
Yeah, and it's all like relative too, eh? Like depending like how all these wars ended, and like now like are like the West is the good guys and all
Well,
this stuff.
look
If you flip it around,
Look how Vietnam ended. I mean,
Yeah.
that was embarrassing.
yeah, and they're not the
was
good guys. Like
embarrassing.
nobody, and like the media's kind of
They ran the
just
fuck
say
out
it,
of
Justin.
there.
Just say it. I know what you want to say.
Has anyone ever seen Has anyone ever seen Men in the High Castle?
yeah. That's a cool sounding show. I watched
Alternative history.
I watched a couple episodes.
Alternative history show.
It reminds me of that game Wolfenstein,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
like the New Order stuff.
But better.
Heavy
Yeah.
metal and killing Nazis.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's fucking cool, man,
In that
like-
show, the Japanese dropped the bomb on Washington.
Yeah, it's like Homefront where the Chinese invade
Yep.
America.
Okay, so they dropped the bomb in Washington. The West loses, and now like the West, like Los Angeles.
A strategic strike zone. Imagine that. Destroying a nation's capital during war to stem
I
the
think-
leadership. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
oh
but-
my God. Imagine how that would win a war
I think
by
that
killing at least
I think
there
that
was logic behind
I think
it.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki weren't the primary targets.
How could they have not been the?
I think
how
that
do
well,
you-
they
then
weren't.
don't drop the bomb
I
over
think they
them.
were the
How do
second.
you-
I think they were the secondary targets because of the weather. I think that's how it went down.
What was that? Like a fucking? That was like a
I think-
trial.
No, I think it was too cloudy. They couldn't see.
then you don't drop an atomic bomb. What are
I
you
think
talking
that's.
about?
I think.
Fuck! It's over
I
an orphanage.
think
Fuck
the
all them
point of the
kids.
atomic bomb was the message of like,
Yeah,
look, we're ending this fucking war today. Today we're ending the war.
Dude, you could have dropped that bomb on like Mount
You
Fuji.
could have, but
Mount
I mean,
Fuji.
it's not as if they're not
An
like
innocent
negotiating
volcano.
table.
You fucking earthist. I don't know.
No, I think.
Mount
I,
Fuji's
fuck
pretty.
volcanoes.
I think it was the backup plan. I think it was. I think they. I don't know where they meant to hit. You can't quote me on that. But I think they got up there and they're like, "Fuck, what do you want us to do?"
Yeah, whatever
They
you
called
want-
back to
what-
base.
what-
What do you
whatever
want
you-
us to fucking
whatever-
do?
whatever you
And they
gotta
were
tell
like,
yourself.
"Okay." And they probably had a contingency plan because it's the military. Of course, they had a contingency plan.
You realize
just
we'd be
fucking
fucked
throw
if, we'd be fucked if World War II happened today.
Yeah,
Because
like-
you're asking people to like jump out of a boat in front of a machine.
Well, that
gun
wouldn't even
Yeah.
happen. It would be a couple ICBMs, and then it would be the road.
No, I mean like if it was World War II, then
That's very
but
true.
fought
Now,
today.
but the people of
not,
today.
not with with this technology.
you're not gonna have the
no
people-
ICBM, still rifles, but with today's attitude,
Dude,
today's
you
people.
can't. It would never happen.
Fuck that shit. I'm not getting off the boat.
Yeah, fuck this.
It would never happen? You don't think it would ever happen?
Why to get back up?
Yeah.
Man, people, you know how many fucking? I'm sure there's countless American soldiers who are going over to Iraq and Afghanistan, just going, "What the fuck am I doing?
Well,
here?
yeah, what are we doing?
Why
here?
am I here? Why am I doing a tour here? Why are there 30,000 soldiers in this fucking country guarding fucking opiate? They're like fucking poppy fields, you know? You don't think yeah, oil fields, fucking poppy fields. You don't think they question that?
But there
You
are,
don't think they? Do you know what the alternative is? You go and have a easy 6 months in Iraq, threatening fucking people who are trying to get their land back. Over what? Being court-martialed, being thrown in jail forever, your family being run out of military housing. Like, you know, there's fuck. I hate the military industrial complex.
Somebody
shit,
should
the fucking
somebody should
glorification
fucking
of this
invade
shit.
America. I'd like to see that.
Well, they've invaded enough fucking
Don't
countries.
say that too loud. China might be listening.
Did you? Well, I think
Yeah.
you talked about.
Well, they're
but yeah,
invading
they-
with their corporations,
They are.
They're
Iran-
invading with their spy devices.
Tencent and Huawei.
Huawei. Yeah.
Iran issued an arrest warrant for Donald Trump.
That's amazing.
saw
Yeah,
that.
well, they
not
fucking
gonna
just like bomb strike fucking military escorts. That was fucked.
I think North Korea could easily bomb the Pentagon.
No, man, they can't get an ICBM to fly further than 100 kilometers off coast.
They can get it over Japan. Hey, they can get it over Japan. Give them some credit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like it, the U.S. for all their kind of stumbling around and just kind of being a bunch of dicks. Like I think they're pretty powerful.
They're
That's
bullies.
because they have 3,500 nuclear missiles.
Yeah, I think they're pretty fucking powerful.
Nuclear
Like,
proliferation.
I think
They
don't kinda fuck with them. Don't
They
really
swing
fucking-
the dick in the world right now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
they
there's other
swing the-
countries.
they
like
do
that
swing
are
the
taking
dick.
But
them.
how? They are a shambles of their former self. And
know,
But
but
they
like-
still have the
yeah,
means
but like-
to do it.
yeah, but
you
if
know?
you think they're
know,
like the
it's-
military
yeah, they're like a
is
fucking sick dog.
the military isn't like the
fucking
military is
awful. Yeah.
probably a very well run oiled machine still. Like and the CIA and the FBI.
Well, that's
and
the
all-
only thing getting funding, I'm sure.
Yeah, it
They're
is.
not
Like,
giving
they're
a
getting
shit about medical
like
equipment or
of
masks.
trillions of funding, and I'm pretty sure that they're like if something fucking went down, like there wouldn't be much fucking around.
You know, it costs $10,000 a year to sponsor a paleontology expedition. Let's
That's it?
let's put a bit. Let's put money into discovering our
Well, is that
history.
not
a
the
little
whole
bit.
like
fuck.
defund the police, right?
Oh, that would be a huge mistake. Do you know how many goddamn cops are out there saving children?
No,
from
no,
abuse
no.
of phones?
I mean, like that whole
shit drives
idea
me
of
nuts.
like
that
why
defund
are
the
we
police is
spending-
stupid.
Well,
there are.
Well, it's kind of like
that is stupid. but-
tone down the AR-15 budget and the fucking tank fucking Jeep budget. Like you don't need this shit.
What if
If
any-
you
if-
had more educated people in your country, you probably wouldn't need that much fucking police.
if there's anything to be said about any sort of defund the police, it shouldn't be defund demilitarize the police.
yeah, okay.
End of it.
but you can do-
Demilitarize the.
yeah, but you do that by defunding them.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You know what happens when they get defunded? They keep the SWAT teams. They keep that shit. You know who gets cut? People investigating child crimes. People who are doing these frontline jobs that don't fucking matter because nobody sees what's happening.
Yep.
And you-
That's what happens.
You're
That's
probably
what
right.
fucking happens.
They probably would cut the wrong. They probably make the wrong call.
Yeah,
there.
They
because
would
they got to
absolutely
flex
would.
their muscle. They can't
Absolutely
just
would.
be left looking weak. You know who's going to suffer?
Yeah,
The
but
fucking
like-
innocent
so-
people that the police actually fucking
So how do you demilitarize them without
You change their fucking training. You change their attire. You change
too many. There'll be
you don't need a goddamn cop walking around your neighborhood with a flak jacket and M16 clips on his fucking vest.
And fucking
you don't
grenades.
need that.
Yeah,
but that is fucking terrifying.
There's going to be a ton of pushback. There already is a ton of pushback.
Yeah, because they want to militarize their police to keep this fucking control state that they have. It's a fucking joke. Defunding the police is only going to hurt the fucking people who are actually ever helped by the police.
So what you're saying is, so you got to get rid of everybody.
Honestly,
you got to get rid of everybody.
You need to change the training, and when
which
someone
means you got to get rid of
shoots
everybody.
someone without justification, they lose their goddamn job.
Yeah, so you got to get rid of everybody who's currently a cop.
No,
because they're already
because
all
cops
indoctrinated
are bad, right?
that way.
No. This all cops bad or all cops are bad bullshit is the worst.
Well, they're not all bad, but
no. So you don't just get rid of all the cops. What are you supposed to do? Just start this new fucking? We've got a new regime where everyone just hands out fucking flowers.
Dude, in like Buffalo somewhere, like 48 fucking cops were like, no, fucking, we can't just murder people at will.
So those
we're fucking
cops,
on strike.
Yeah, so those cops are gone.
Yeah,
but you can't.
That's
just
the whole
fire
force.
There.
That's the whole
you
force.
Can't just fire all cops. You can't just defund
so
the police.
you got to start at the beginning again.
No.
If that's the whole fucking force, you got to get
in one place.
Yeah,
it's a bad example.
Probably there's more in the States than that.
100%. But you can't just go fuck all the police.
No, you don't go fuck all the police. But now you got to start getting rid of everybody who's already there, so that you can bring in new people who aren't a bunch of dicks.
Because there are cops there that are there to. There are cops there who will throw their life down to defend somebody. There are cops there who believe honestly in equal rights and believe honestly in serving and protecting the community. And in getting rid of, they just have to get rid of the people who fuck up instead of just towing it along like, oh yeah, but were they wrong? Fuck you, they were goddamn wrong.
Or transferring them to like a different state.
Yeah.
That
doesn't mean get rid of all the goddamn cops. That means you just start fucking firing them.
I think you can slash your budget a little bit.
You can't transfer them to a different state because they'll just do it somewhere else.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
That's what we're saying. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And no, I'm not just defunding the police or firing all cops is like not a solution.
You can't get rid of because when the U.S. did that to Iraq, ISIS was formed. So when you if you just and I know look, I've seen
that's
videos,
how you form a militia, man.
I've seen videos of protesters and they're full out saying there was that big one with the fucking mayor of.
Was it Detroit?
No. It was Minnesota where the guy was killed.
Yeah.
And he's at like a Black Lives Matter rally, and the girl is grilling him about, we want you to abolish the. She does this whole big thing about we got to vote for him in a year. Like, are we gonna do it? And then they're like, we want you to. So fuck, I can't remember if she says defund the police first, and then he asks her, are you asking me if I am going to abolish the police department? And then she says, we don't want no more police. And then he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then this guy is cast out, and it's super fucking embarrassing for him. But is it coming to a point now where you just have to go with the mob?
I don't know. It's
right or wrong, because there's a lot of shit that's being said that it's getting really fucking touchy, and I can see why.
Because the pendulum is going to swing equally as strong in either direction until it finds a center point. Until it fucking.
Do you think it ever finds a center point? Because right now I think
it's going to have to eventually. I'm not saying in our lifetime, but eventually it's going to have to happen.
I don't know.
We're just going to fucking destroy ourselves like we're on a fucking fine road to doing.
My faith in humanity isn't good enough to think that
you have any.
Itself. I do. I just I don't think.
But I'm not sure if
I got
said
some
this on the show. But someone put up a post, and I'm not going to mention their names. I saw it on a couple. But it was treat racism like COVID-19, and the top thing was
what? Ignore it?
And no. The top thing was act like you have it. So I'm not fucking understanding what the argument is. Where it's am I just supposed to assume?
I get that.
Do you get it?
You're just a racist.
Yeah.
Am I just a racist?
Yeah, because obviously.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. No,
I don't want to be.
No, but no.
Yeah, but that's the same thing as being defund the police or all cops are bad. It's the same fucking thing. Well, all cisgendered white males are sexist, fucking rapist,
misogynistic,
There's
fucking
so
assholes.
Many sects of the fucking mob now that you don't know which. Do you know what I mean? Like, is it not getting to that point for anybody else?
It's
Or is it
absolutely
just
getting to
me
that
and I'm a
point. No,
fucking
it's
racist?
No. Like, as a misogynistic
'Cause
racist,
I do have the budget to be a racist, but I don't want to be a racist. I don't want
Do
to
you?
Be a no,
Are
I
you
don't
sure you don't want to
how
be
do you have
racist?
the? What's the budget?
I imagine it's very small.
Is there a budget?
They don't look.
Yeah, fair
The racists
Fair
don't
enough.
look
All
well
right.
dressed.
Wow.
Is it
Well, all
just
you
some,
need
like,
is,
face paint
Yeah,
or-
if only they
No,
knew their
it's
clothes
racist.
were coming
The
from
racist-
like
you see the
colored
racists.
children.
They all look like fucking.
No, they all
Maybe
got
the
like it's like an
cable
orange,
guy.
it's like an Orange County Choppers hat with like this upside down fucking sunglasses from 1998.
Yeah, or the sunglasses
And a
on
goatee.
the back of the head. The sunglasses on the back of the head.
Guy Fieri is a racist?
Probably. He's got skeletons, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
definitely
boo.
I think he's one of the good ones. I think he
I-
puts
One
a
of the
lot of
good
money.
racists, for sure.
I don't think he's a racist. I think he puts a lot of his own money
It's
out
just-
to
it's
help.
hard to
things
find
along.
out.
I don't know anything about any celebrity, so I will not speak of them in positive or
I know enough about Guy Fieri that I've seen him once, and he just.
What, when he
looks
was
like
at the
he's-
Legion that night?
Was he actually at the what? Oh no, I've seen Guy.
No, I mean like I watched.
What, with
his
Emily
show
Potter
once.
just rubbing his head?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he just was trying to look like him.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was.
know why Guy Fieri would hang out or accept that kind of attention.
I'm hoping that slowly over time, like we all get smarter. As the generations progress, we get more accepting, we get more understanding. We
Yeah.
get,
The
we get-
pendulum is swinging back
we-
because
we
we've
get-
just been getting
we get-
steadily more fucking stupid.
like it's not like we're better. Like we start getting more accepting. We start learning.
We start learning to see the other side of the fucking
Yeah,
coin.
like we're empathy and all this kind of thing. Like
okay, so no, I fully understand that, and it's not like this is why it's so fucking touchy because it's like saying I'm not a racist now.
That makes
it's
you a
like
racist.
you're covering up for being a racist.
You're obviously a racist.
So it's like
How dare you? If you feel the need to defend yourself.
So what the fuck are we doing here then? Where it's like you want me to fucking fight racism, but apparently I am the fucking racist.
it's because normally like the phrase "I'm not a racist" is followed by "but,"
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not one of those all lives matter fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess
Anymore.
so it's
Yeah,
all it is.
I'm in the same boat as you, man.
Yeah,
All you
I
can
didn't
do,
realize
man.
how fucking shitty that was to say that because I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
But you know what? I do understand that I don't hate anyone based on their color
Yeah.
or their sex or
Well,
anything
and
like that. I hate them because they're a shitty fucking
I'm
individual.
a better judge of character.
The
than that.
fact that you could like accept change like that, it just speaks volumes in itself.
Well, of course, because I didn't realize the information was presented to me in a cohesive manner in which I could assess my own ideologies and belief systems and realize that they were flawed through an objective lens.
So you're like, I was wrong. Shit. I guess
Fuck
I don't
me.
agree with that anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to change my ideologies because I couldn't see it from a different perspective because I've never been subjected to that kind of stuff. And even now, I'm still like, I don't understand it, but I understand how the way I used to feel was incorrect. I get that.
Yeah.
And I
That's-
never thought it was, I didn't go, all lives matter because I was like, I don't know. I didn't see it the way it's meant to be said or that it's meant to be seen.
Right.
So then what
'Cause I thought I was just being like, oh yeah, but everybody's as important as each other, not thinking about the fact that it's
not really
not
like that.
everybody
right now.
that's getting fucking beat down and killed and fucking disrespected and treated like shit and hated on.
Yeah, just based on the color of their skin or
Everybody
anything like that, right?
hasn't been as important as they should be.
Yeah,
so
nobody's
it's-
fucking important and nobody fucking matters, but we should all respect each other.
So it's up to guys like you and me, Daniels. Like you bring the new generation up in this kind of like understanding way.
Yeah,
And
yeah, oh,
and
yeah,
so when
absolutely,
the kids grow up, like they grow up in a way that's like all that shit is fucking normal.
Yeah.
That gay kid you got in fucking grade 2 is normal.
Yeah.
That like
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is like that like every fucking religion, every skin color, every kid that you got in your class is melting this melting pot of
That's why I'm glad I grew up
races
in
and
a big
religions.
city because it was never a shock.
Yeah.
Like for someone who grew up in a small town and then you go to a city and there's like an East Indian.
Yeah.
And you're like, well,
Well, I just got, just because I had never seen one before, but I'd like, I grew up, we had kids that were gay, we had people of color in our school, and it just never seemed like it never seemed like a variance.
yeah.
With,
Yeah, like
we
what-
were all
Never
just
once
fucking
played
human
on my
beings.
mind to
No.
ever treat somebody
Yeah.
different.
And that's why it's so inherently obvious that shit is learned, it is taught, it is instructed. It is. You don't wake up one day just going, hey, fuck black people, right? Am I right? You don't wake up that way.
I think
it's ingrained in you through years of fucking education, if you will.
That whole thing is like it's the majority powerful gender in the males and the majority powerful race in the whites, fear of losing their power, of their bullshit that they have.
But I also think there's a line.
That's what they're afraid of. That's what racists are. They're afraid of, I'm not going to be the majority in this country. Like, so fucking what?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Who cares?
I also think there's a line in the sense of like
still
someone going,
gonna be.
oh, well, because you're physically more adept, that's a sign of male privilege. It's just a variance in our genetic structure, man. Like, it's not
like
that I went, hey, you know what? I'm going to be fucking bigger and stronger than you because I'm a man.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck,
it's like
I'm a fucking bitch anyway. Like, let's be real.
There's a lot of like, but like, look at me. Like, there's fucking guaranteed women stronger than me. Guaranteed it.
Yeah,
I fucking guarantee it.
Yeah, your fucking girlfriend's one of them.
Yeah, she is, right? So like it's, like I like being a man. I'm proud of being a man.
I don't know if I'm proud of.
I am. I'm proud of
being myself.
I think I'm a good man.
Me being a man, I don't know if I feel pride in my sex or my sexual orientation. I feel pride in the person that I am.
Yeah.
You
know what? I'll call myself a man. I'm damn proud to be a man. I have nothing. Like, I'm
damn proud to be me most of the time. But like,
I like being a man. I'm still gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that, and I don't see a fucking problem with it.
I like being able to pee wherever the fuck I want. Like, god damn, I go to job sites where we just piss in a bucket.
Yeah, but if there's it's
easy.
It doesn't matter to me what the fuck you are. But I'm proud to be a man. I'm gonna keep saying it like
Lucky
that.
Bastard.
Yeah, well, you could just hey. You could just piss sitting right there, right now. You could just do it. You could just let her rip.
That's not socially acceptable to do anymore.
Yeah, well, you don't fucking tell people you're doing it. Hey, just because we live in Alberta where they hate cripples doesn't mean that, like, we hate cripples.
That's only Jasper. Most of Alberta.
No, that's the UCP, bud. That's the UCP.
That's actually
fucking
true.
UCP.
It is the UCP.
Can we take a moment to say the Wheels Blues podcast has one thing to say about the UCP?
Hashtag fuck the UCP.
Fuck the UCP.
Fuck the UCP.
Don't vote for the fucking UCP.
Don't do that.
And if you did, I understand why you did, but I hope you're seeing why it was a bad choice.
Mm-hmm. Now that you're shelling out fucking $2,000 a month for your fucking kid to go to fucking daycare.
Wow, most of the people that voted for that either don't have kids or work the oil field or they're making six figures and can afford it.
Or they have a kid and they just know what the fuck they're doing.
We are in Alberta after all.
We are.
Oh, fuck. I was so blown away, man, when that fucking election went down and like all of Jasper voted blue and I saw so many orange signs around.
I did not vote blue, just for the record.
And I didn't either. But like, there's so many orange signs around that, and I'm like, fuck, this town's going orange. There's no fucking way it's not. And then there was like full on, but I think it's because like we have Hinton, we have like Grand Cache, we have like all those heads and like, yeah.
Are we Wexiting?
No.
No, we're not going to Wex it.
No,
I keep
no,
saying
we're
that
not.
to Katie. I keep like berating her. I'm like,
No,
Burton, you're going to Wex it or
You're gonna
something over this?
Wex it over?
That doesn't matter. It's like, hey, can you watch that plate there, Wex it?
There's a great thread that at C Potterface showed me on Twitter. That's a couple of people from the UK, and they're like, they have like a holiday home in somewhere in like Brussels or some shit or somewhere in Europe, and they're going. They voted for Brexit, and they're all psyched about being away from the rest of Europe, and they couldn't be happier. And then all of a sudden, they found out that they're not going to be able to freely travel to wherever the fuck their vacation home is, and they think that is total bullshit.
Of course they do.
They think that shouldn't Brexit should only go one way. No foreigners into the UK, and we should be allowed to go everywhere still. And they didn't, so they voted Brexit. But hey, it doesn't work that way, does it?
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good thread because these people are getting more and more mad the longer it goes on.
Yeah.
And
it's pretty awesome.
yeah. What the fuck, guys? What's going on there? What's going on there, boys? What the fuck are we doing here?
So, what have you guys been playing? I'm done yelling. I feel like I'm just going to start contradicting myself because I'm a little sauced.
Yeah, you get to that point where it's like you start contradicting and making like
the
other side's argument for them.
Yeah.
Or it's like
And this is why fucking every other race is terror.
To which point where it's like, I would have dropped 2 bombs on Japan.
I would have hit only civilian targets.
or it's like
I would have landed the plane,
schools,
got out, and kicked everyone in the balls.
or it's like the
Every single one of
9th time you've said the same fucking thing.
them. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
Well, that's
another
the problem
thing.
with these like passionate and political kind of discussions is that like you get caught up in your own rhetoric, like 100%.
It's
You
easy.
just
It's
get
easy
caught up
to-
in your own rhetoric, and you're not repeating yourself or anything intentionally, but you just start getting fucking pissed, and you're just like, well, but I just said this, and I mean it. So yeah, I don't know. What have you guys been playing? I've been working my ass off. I haven't played.
I haven't
any
really
video
been
games.
playing much.
Dude, you man, got to work less.
Yeah, well, yeah, fucking, yeah.
Just fucking do it, man.
That'd be great. I'll just do that. I'll just
Work
fucking
less.
stop working.
I was playing something, but I don't know how to get
Yeah,
past
you
the
can't.
astral plane.
Okay.
Wait, wait.
Okay.
I want to know what you've been playing.
What have you been playing with? Fucking tell us about it.
Come on, Wheels. Do it. I mean, Sid, do the voice again, and then Wheels do it.
What voice?
That was
The KBBL voice?
Yeah, it's so good, man. I think like you're gonna.
Well, Wheels, what have you been playing? Talk to us about it. We want to know.
Am I
what
talking
have you
about
been
it? Are
doing?
we doing it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we talking about
We're
it?
gonna
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Fucking do it.
Sensual podcast.
I wanted to fuck when you guys. I'm just gonna come on and say it. When you guys were in the middle of that fucking cop thing, I just was gonna be like,
It's a sensual podcast.
I was afraid though that Sid would just turn around and like,
I might have lost control.
And you'd be like, "What are you mad at yourself? It's your own fucking voice."
Sid smash, fuck.
It's like, the Roadcaster. It was brand new.
It's so awesome. This is a really cool fucking toy. But anyway,
Not as cool as the new game we've got coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you about it.
Yeah. So
Well, you could get to it. Come on, get to it.
I'm
Why don't you tell
trying.
us?
I'm
us about
I'm
it.
trying to get to it.
Huh? What have you been doing? Not
What is
beta
it?
testing. That's for true. Fucking punumps.
Couldn't even get in the astral plane.
Did you catch all the fucking spelling mistakes? Because I did.
Yeah, I've got 3 pages of fucking notes, dingus.
Are
Yeah.
some of those spelling mistakes?
Yeah, well, a lot of them are. Yeah.
Notes
yeah, that's
about
fair, that's
what?
Yeah, what's the notes about?
Our brand new game.
The quest for Pink Whitney.
That's right. That
Which we
Wheels
no longer
Blues.
drink.
That's right. Well, yeah. Where's the fucking Pink Whitney? What are we doing?
Are we doing the Pink Whitney?
Yeah, go get the Pink Whitney,
We
and
might
then
have a few Pink Whitneys still.
okay, go get the Pink Whitney.
Okay, I'll go get the Pink Whitney.
get the Pink
How's that?
Whitney.
You bringing that hipster drink in here right there,
The
so.
fuck.
You know what? There's
What
nothing
is White Claw and why the fuck does everyone who wears a scarf fucking love it?
I do have scarves, but it's
That's
warm.
right. I know you have a scarf because you're drinking White
What the
Claw.
fuck? You got a
It's
scarf? You
fucking
don't like having a warm
seltzer.
neck?
It's fucking. I don't know. It
No,
tastes good.
I drink Lucky Lager and my neck freezes.
It's
to death.
gluten free. First and foremost, it's gluten free.
Okay.
It tastes good.
All right.
It's got not a lot of sugar. As a sugar junkie, I should be cutting that shit out. I'm obese, and if I go without sugar for too long, I get headaches and stuff. So I'm
Okay.
trying to drink less beer because it's like a lot of sugar.
So what is that? Is
it's
that
seltzer and vodka. It's like a fucking. It's like a Tom Collins, but like mango flavored. This one. They're fine. Everyone's like, fucking whatever.
I thought it was
Fucking-
one of those.
You know what?
fucking
Drink what you fucking like.
Hey, Wheels, do you need me to get the shot
All
glasses?
right.
You're
You
asking the
fucking
shortest
drunkest?
guy.
All right.
This guy. Hey, you drinking girly drinks? Yeah, because they taste good.
No, I was just saying. I like Smirnoff Ice.
Huh?
I love
What?
Smirnoff Ice. Whoa, what? 7%?
Just so you know, you're asking the shortest guy in the pod to get the
Yeah,
fucking.
and you also asked the guy in the wheelchair to get the Pink Whitney without the shot glass.
It's your house and your kitchen, bruh.
Why the hell are your
can't read
shot
it.
glasses on the
How
top
did you-
shelf?
How did he? Because we left him with shot glasses. How did he get him in the top shelf?
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, look at me, I can walk. Fuck you.
That's the conspiracy we should be. I walked by here once and I saw people dancing in here.
You were here when we were doing that.
doing it
Doing it well.
Right. What? Well,
Well,
fuck.
it's well, buddy. It's well.
What? Because LL Cool J is hot as hell?
I don't know.
He's a good-looking man.
Is
Oh.
he still? Is he around still?
Yeah.
Better looking than Helen Mirren, or what is it?
No, he's not as good-looking as Helen Mirren.
Okay.
Your precious is.
Helen Mirren.
He is precious now.
Sucking on them titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time, like blonde to check out my crusade behind it's fine all of the time. What does Helen Mirren, man, really?
All right, Wheels, pass on the Pink Whitney and pour some shots.
Whoa, there, wobbly
Whoa.
table guys. Holy fuck.
And after we get these shots, maybe Wheels will tell us about Wheels Blues, the quest for Pink Whitney.
Or
Our new game.
Mirren's
Or Helen Mirren's quest for
genitals.
Yeah, quest for something.
Caligula and Arthur. That's all I'm going to say. Or Excalibur, sorry.
Oh yeah, because 50 years ago, right? Like let's get into
buddy,
that
bud,
again.
50 years
Holy
ago.
fuck.
Well, cheers, boys.
Cheers. Happy Friday. Happy pod day. Excuse me. Cheers.
Just as terrible as the first pod. Wait, the third pod. My first pod. The best pod.
The
Did
best.
we do Pink Whitney on the first one?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I
It
think
was
it's-
about the
yeah.
third.
Yeah, that started with me. Why would you? Why? Are you trying to not make me come back? That
He
was your
wanted to
plan.
make it special for you,
Yeah, maybe we
Princess.
just like you as a friend.
Well,
Okay, then you should have.
one of us
maybe
likes
maybe
you,
we
one
were
of us
like
likes-
Sid's our friend and we really want him to be a part of the show. So let's show him a
Don't
fucking
kiss
good
your
time.
don't kiss his ass. He's already a friend.
Hey, you know what, Mr. fucking mighty leader? All praise the mighty leader. You know what? Someone else deserves a bit of love too.
I
you
don't want to.
fucking
I don't want to be
prick.
kiss my ass either.
Yeah, but you have him fucking tongue deep in it every episode. You fuck.
It's just like how I imagine every night at that fucking little club in Goodfellas, like you're Spider and he's fucking Joe Pesci.
Wow.
Am I funny to you?
That was
Do I
almost-
amuse you?
That was almost your go fuck yourself, Tommy. moment.
All right, Wheels. So let's hear about this game. What's this game all about? What the fuck? Who made this fucking thing?
Let's talk to Justin about it.
Yeah, who made this game?
Well, I will give you like a brief summary,
Okay,
and then
okay.
the video game
gonna be
experts will
wrong.
probably tell you
Okay,
more.
well, give us the intro. Give us the deal, and then we'll pass it over to Bug Tester.
Yes. So basically, this game is a summary of our journey to get a bottle of Pink Whitney.
That's what's wrong with it.
That is.
And there is many different locations and quests
for me, man.
and
Yep.
demons and battles and enemies. And it's a really cool, fun JRPG. Sorry. But
It's okay.
Justin is-
No, it's just an RPG.
I thought it was a JRPG.
Does it come from Japan?
No, is that
The program that
what
made
it
it
means?
does.
No,
The
but
program
does
that
it?
made it does.
Does it?
Yes,
Does
yes.
it?
yes.
I thought a JRPG just meant like the
It's a
style.
Japanese role playing game.
No, I understand what it is. but
I don't
thought
know.
that
That's
was-
up for debate. They really need to release like a book of like gamer. What do you fucking call that?
Terms?
dialogue etiquette.
Terms?
Yeah, we just
Terms?
We did a gamer's dictionary for what terminology is fitting because like JRPG, there's a lot of fucking.
I only said that
So-
because you called it that like last
No.
week.
So the
No, you called it that the whole time.
the program, the engine that
I
made
never
it
called it anything.
is from Japan.
Okay, then you called it that.
No, I didn't.
Pun.
Okay, well, I think it's just because because it's so referenced to like Final Fantasy
never mind.
games, and Final Fantasy is like they are why JRPGs are a thing. But I don't know, like turn-based games have been around since chess. Yo.
Chess is rad. Chess is rad.
Or some gridiron, huh? That's not turn-based fucking battles.
What's
Alright,
great?
I'll give you that one. Yeah.
Doesn't have a chessboard, but he watches Sunday Night Football.
Turns to do something.
But
Yeah, well, you get 4 players to attack the enemy.
I'll never get over it.
sorry, folks, to leave you hanging, but our experts are going to tell you a more in-depth version of this game now.
All right, so like, yeah, no, Tyson has been hard at work developing a game.
Very
featuring,
hard at work, and we
very
applaud
hard.
him.
Your 4 favorite podcasters here.
He's way more motivated than us.
in which we're going out to record an episode of your most beloved podcast, obviously, right?
most beloved
and,
podcast.
there's no fucking Pink Whitney, which is
depressing.
a problem, I guess.
It's a huge
Oh
problem.
fuck, whatever. So we got a journey out of our respective zones of comfort in Jasper and try and find it because apparently you just can't find that beverage anywhere. So yeah,
There's a shortage.
there's a shortage. There's a shortage of Pink Whitney, probably because our fucking massive fan following is buying it all up just to drink
Probably.
a
Probably.
bottle to their dome.
Probably.
Probably.
So yeah, I've been testing the game for about a week or so, and just it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll have something in the coming weeks. Once we get through it and work out all the kinks. But yeah, no, there's a fun little game where you can take on your 4 favorite take upon yourself the mantle of the your 4 favorite podcast hosts in a quest to get fucking drunk and talk a bunch of bullshit.
That's true.
Well, if you're at True One, you only have one favorite podcaster. That's you, buddy.
That's it. Yeah.
Too big.
I just want to
hope I live up to the expectations of being the best fucking podcaster here.
maybe I'll just let a little bit out of the bag here that at Shoot One actually is in the game. I hope he's okay with that.
Who else is in the game?
I don't know how much should I fucking give away here.
We don't want to go.
Because there's a lot of people in the game.
No, don't give it away. Don't give
Probably
it away.
just blew his fucking load all
Okay,
over
well,
the
good.
fucking
You know what? I'll let.
TTC bus that he's fucking sitting on
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
like, holy fuck, I'm in a game.
Staring,
Yeah, wait,
staring
but
at that Asian lady sitting across from you, wondering.
There are a few notable people that we've mentioned in the podcast. Some of our loyal followers and whatnot are in it, and
Some venues, that we've mentioned.
Hopefully you'll all be willing to check it out when it comes out, and we'll keep you posted on the the development and release dates and all of that kind of fun stuff. But so far I've enjoyed it. I put like 3 hours in right after I got the key to do a bunch of testing, but I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It's
so
pretty
I've
fun.
put about
You guys
It's
better play it, man. Sid's putting in weekend.
It's good.
right.
It's
Come on,
good.
man.
It's good 8-bit fun. Like if you like a dumbed down alcoholic version of Final Fantasy VI, you're into it.
That's pretty much. That's the most dead-on description I've ever heard.
So
I'm actually going to change the game description.
I put about 3 hours into that game too
so
myself.
accurate.
Are you farther than I am along?
No, because I'm walking into every doorway, wall, everything. I'm talking to characters 3
am
to
I.
5 times. Are you?
Well,
Well, it must be nice to not have a fucking job. So anyway, in my spare time, while I neglect my girlfriend,
No, he doesn't.
I do.
Sid's made a few notes, I
I
think.
thought she was missing.
Well, yeah, I'm neglecting
You
to
better
look
fuck.
for
Keep
her.
that story
I-
straight. Is it neglect or is she
I'm
missing?
neglecting to look for her.
Fuck, did I make the game and then now you're fucking so into bug testing it that now she's missing?
No. Hey, no. I didn't want to release that fucking cat out of the bag or to the river or whatever.
Sorry.
So,
Burlap sacks and cinder blocks.
Listeners-
Wait, what? Fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm just letting it
sounds like a good
band name.
Goo Goo Dolls song.
Cinder blocks and burlap sacks.
Cinderbucks.
Good duet. Yeah, so if you wish to learn more about the game that we are making, you can go to our YouTube page.
Go to it now.
Our
Go to
YouTube
it now.
channel.
Our
do
YouTube
it.
channel.
Do it now.
Lingo right, bud.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Like,
please.
subscribe, some shit.
That's right. Subscribe,
Don't-
and shit. One of us will get it right.
Yeah.
And you can go on there. We've got everything from episode 13 on there if you want to listen to it. You
Yeah,
can.
we're backloading old episodes.
Yeah, Wheels is working hard on that.
Will's just trying to do it.
what a
Actually,
guy.
he is. Yes.
I'll
But
have
you
to,
know
I'll
what?
have to
Hey,
walk him through it a little bit,
And
but
this
he'll
is
get it.
this is just all the more reason not to vote United Conservative Party in your next local election, because soon he'll have to get a job, and then he won't be able to fucking put all these episodes on YouTube for you guys.
That's right. So if you go on there, follow the link on our Twitter.
Support your local cripple person.
And actually, if you go onto our website, www.wheelsbluespodcast.com/
Oh my God! Can we
There's
just
a
buy a
fundraiser
donation?
for your local cripple person.
www.wheelsbluespodcast.wixsite.com/my site.
Okay, so like,
Oh my God.
can we
You can go there and you can click the link, the game, and it will take you to the trailer or a brief description of it. And I believe from the YouTube, you can follow a link to the game page on Game Jolts.
Wait, so they
We
can
need
get,
our own thing. We need you
Wait.
guys. I don't know if you guys have like been listening to podcasts for like a while. Like it was like a few years ago. All these like people that have podcasts, they would have like links to Amazon. So whatever. So they say like, don't go to Amazon.
Buy
Go to
stuff for our
my
affiliate.
webpage and then go to Amazon through me. We need like one of those.
Well,
Or you could just go to the
you know what
Twitter
we need?
and follow the
Now-
link
Now
there.
that we've got the fucking hardware, let's just goddamn get a domain name, guys.
Guys, okay,
we could probably
just
afford
so,
a domain.
Will a
just so the
naked
listeners,
woman install
just so the listeners understand, there's a sale on a domain name. I looked at it. It's
sale?
50% off.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I went,
I'll give you
50%
pretty
off
good.
to you is maybe not 50% off to everybody else.
Well,
Well,
that's the
let's
same.
not open up
It's
that
universally
can of
the
worms.
same.
Yeah, no, 50% off
Bryce
that
Harper
number.
over here.
Yeah,
50% off is universally the same between all of us. But it was a little bit pricey.
No, it's not.
It works out to about it's like $80 for the year to have the domain name.
Dude, that's like almost $200 Canadian.
No, it isn't. But it's very expensive.
$80 is almost $200 Canadian.
No, it's not, dude.
it's not.
You're fucking dumb.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's not enough underscores for me, man.
Okay, so you're underscore fucking dumb.
No, I don't know what it is. It's like $120.
Dude,
or
it's
something
not
like
that much. As a
not that
person
much?
with an eBay addiction, I know.
Okay, fair
It's like $120 or something for
Yeah,
the year.
116.49.
Wow.
Wow.
Dead
Well,
on.
nice
Wow.
pull. Nice pull. Wow.
Somebody
there you
get
go.
the fucking Toronto Star. I want to check
It's
the
a
comment
lot.
section, make sure that's right.
Is that
But yeah,
is
that's
that
why-
$116 each or 160?
Okay,
total.
well,
That's total.
you know, exactly. So, $116 each.
I'm
Ain't
not
no
just gonna-
fucking internet site worth that kind of money, boy.
I'm just not going to
Nope.
buy that shit without talking to you guys, you know.
No, it says the guy who bought a Roadcaster.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but I
that's
talked to you
fine.
guys. I talked to you guys first.
Yeah, and I had to
You
call
didn't-
you as soon as you said it. Go, whoa, guy.
Yeah, you
This
didn't-
thing was bought at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
I've seen the receipt because he tried to submit it to us.
I don't really think you did talk to us, but I think you
did.
just did it anyway.
Yeah,
did,
he talked to us after the fact.
No,
Yeah.
and
well,
just did such a good job of talking to us that we all
Yeah.
agreed it was a good idea.
I was.
Yeah, he just plied us with.
See, at least when I bought fucking microphones, I was like, hey, yeah.
You had to prod.
Yeah,
A little bit, a little
I
bit.
actually said too late. It's already done. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And see, when I was like, I'm going to buy
well,
the
it was
thing.
the right choice.
Do you guys think I should buy the thing? And
No,
you guys
no,
were
no,
like,
No, I don't think
that's-
right
no,
now. We'll
that's
go
fine.
with the Winded website right now because you
Yeah.
visit it once, and I'm sure.
and it's in your links now.
I'm sure it's in your links,
it's not a
and
golf
you've
course.
probably bookmarked it. I would
Probably.
like to
If I
say-
was,
It's probably
uh,
set to your homepage, obviously.
I was,
yeah,
uh,
of course.
If I was a Wheels Blues listener, I'd probably have that set to my homepage.
Yeah, well, you know, if I was a
Should.
Wheels Blues listener, I'd be drinking coffee out of a Wheels Blues mug and wearing a Wheels Blues t-shirt and probably sucking a Wheels Blues dick. But, you
and
know.
sleeping on a wheels blues blanket.
No, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
We all
Wait.
have the same
right.
dick here.
Those? Where are those available?
Well,
We are
not when
universally.
I'm recording.
Well,
This
just
isn't ASMR
I
blowjobs.
want it.
hey, you know what? We're universally accepting of your lifestyle. So there you go.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah.
I see you sit there with your arms crossed and your sickened expression.
I reserve the right to judge.
He
one
always
person.
looks sickened after I
Yeah, what's
blow
with
on
the
him.
arms crossed pose? What's that about?
What's
He's just
that?
like, God, no, people don't need
The
to
arms
know.
crossed. What's that? What's going on there with that?
Just comfortable, man.
Yeah, it's really comfortable being defiant
very
and imposing.
comfortable, yeah.
I gotta
There's
look
sound
at
bite.
this is how you emote that you are closed off to the conversation. You're
It's a little bit, yeah,
defensive.
a little bit, yeah.
You are attempting to dominate your
What are you,
decision
fucking
by
Cal
closing. Who?
What are you, Cal Lightman?
I said who?
The guy from Lie to Me. He reads body language.
What's that?
It's the guy that reads body language on that
Your
fucking
shows
show.
are dumb. I don't
It's a good
watch your
show, man.
shows.
It's a good show. It's an awesome show.
Is it?
The character's rad. It's
You
that
watch,
that guy from
do
the
you watch
fucking
what
Full
I call
Monty?
wife TV.
Maybe?
Like mainly things that are on like TLC, like a bunch of fat
My
people.
600-pound laugh.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
And
Oh,
sexy
God,
murder.
don't watch that. It's awful. Don't. I
Katie
watch
would
that.
literally
Don't.
have
like,
to go to her
I'm
mom's
gonna
place
go.
to
Like,
watch that.
what about like My Sweet 16 and all that stuff?
Don't get out. Go home.
You know, it's on TLC too.
Okay, if you watch anything on
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
so
Or it's one of them fucking
Katie
channels.
would literally have to go to her mother's to watch anything on TLC. I would not allow that station because there's no
Nothing
there's
of
no
substance.
learning.
There's no learning on the Learning Channel.
I used to
Dude,
watch.
okay, there
No,
was.
there's not.
There was. At
There
a
isn't
time, the
anymore.
Learning Channel had, and the coolest reality show that they did have was like ER, and it was literal. Like emergency room scenarios playing out, and they had a camera crew there. There was a dude who had like a 7-inch blade stuck in the top of his fucking head that they successfully removed. Now
Isn't that a
shit
true
is cool.
story too?
Yes, it was on. It was a like a fucking reality show that TLC used to have.
Okay.
and it
Yeah, it's a
it
true
went
story.
perfectly between his two lobes, and they were successful in removing it.
Yeah.
Now, that is something that should be on the Learning Channel. That
wanna
is a
get-
real life fucking medical emergency that was solved. And it was
Yeah, but
shown.
like-
I don't give a shit about some fucking tart who got knocked up at 15.
Yeah, but you know who does? The stockholders of that channel who make shit tons of
Ah,
money
no.
off a million people watching that.
goes.
Yeah, there he's off.
Folks,
He's off.
His headphones have fallen.
They're on the ground. He's out of here, folks.
Our resident capitalist just made Sid quit.
Yeah. The 1% of 1% of 1% of.
I'm just saying that's the almighty dollar. Like, look what the almighty dollar does already.
It doesn't make it right.
It brings out the worst in us. Look what it did to this fucking rink.
Clearly
This fucking rink that I used to skate on my whole life. And they're like, yeah, we're not flooding it this year. And when I called them, I fucking called
you
Trans
called them.
Mountain Pipelines.
You did, yeah.
And I said, is it true that you're not flooding the rink for the first time in my entire fucking 35 years of existence? I won't be able to skate on that rink that I've skated on every winter.
Yep.
I won't be able to bring my son on that thing to play hockey. There's fucking nets. There's boards. Everybody, the whole town has fucking hockey tournaments on this thing. It's been that way for over 35 years, longer than I've been alive.
I was actually playing that when I was walking.
Yeah.
When I was like 5 or
So
6.
even
for sure.
you played hockey there.
I did. Yeah, I did.
So so I called them and I said, "Is it true you're not going to flood it?" And they said, "Yeah, it's a liability."
Where is this?
The Trans Mountain Circle.
Oh, okay.
The ice rink, the Patricia Circle
is that
rink.
Is that Trans Mountain's fault? Or
Yes.
did you,
No, it's Trans Mountain
Okay, no, that's
because
fine.
they own the circle.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But do you think they got complaints from locals?
No, I guarantee you they didn't. No.
This isn't an answer to like COVID. We don't want.
No,
people-
they did this before COVID. It was
No,
like
but
October.
Do you not think there was some like
No.
overly concerned mothers that were worried about their kids?
No.
Like getting a skate in the face?
No,
Oh, for fuck's
no, I know there
I
wasn't.
agree
We had a rink up in the.
No, I agree with you.
There used to be like some. Oh, what was the guy's
No,
name?
there wasn't.
Dom. There used to be a guy named Dom, and he looked like he belonged in an early Kevin Smith movie, and he probably was.
He should have been.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, he probably should have been, and that's who would. And they had a little TV in there, and they would never. That's what that was our like rink.
Yeah. No,
like,
it wasn't. It wasn't.
Not anymore,
I
huh?
talked to them on the phone, and they said, "Yep, they're saying it's a liability. They're not gonna flood it this year."
Who was saying?
I talked to the Kinder Morgan Jasper,
No,
like the
okay,
Trans Mountain Jasper,
No, but why are they allowed to say that? It's a
because
liability.
that's their property.
Okay.
So they own the property. What really is happening is they realize how valuable land is in Jasper, so they're going to build apartment buildings there. They realize that.
What?
Is that really
guaranteed.
Is that
They're
happening?
gonna tear all those houses down?
No, they're not going to tear
Probably.
the houses down. They're going to get rid of the rink. No, okay, they can't even replace the asbestos siding on some of those houses.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
see
that place
shit?
is that place is a
let's-
fucking
let's not kid ourselves
dilapidated.
about what we're going to do about the houses. They're going to
No,
leave
no.
the fucking houses there because they're making money off them. They're going to tear down that rink, put a 3-story fucking micro goddamn apartment building there.
Yeah,
just
that's
like
what they're
everyone
gonna do.
else does.
That's what they're gonna do because
This
land is.
fucking town.
I know.
We are
I know.
currently recording in the exact situation that's going to play out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We are in
It's
a place called MPL Place.
Yeah, that's
for
what
those
they
that
did.
don't know. That's owned by
a corporation.
A corporation that owns like owned 5 hotels in this town.
Yeah.
And they built this, and they're like, we won't use it as Staffacom for sure. They had to sign a contract saying they wouldn't use it for Staffacom for like 3 fucking years because it's supposed to be rent-controlled housing in a town where rent is fucking ludicrous. I know someone who's moving to the city who's paying a couple $100 more a month than me for a 3-bedroom place with a yard.
Yeah.
A private yard.
It's out of hand. So of course they're gonna rip this fucking rink down because you think that the people who are Trans Mountain where they make money off renting these houses are going, and even like the guys that run the real estate in Jasper, like some of them, not all of them, but some of them, I could
probably a lot of them.
I could name one because I saw his name in the paper about this.
but
I
we
saw
all
his name
know
in the
what he
paper.
does. We
and
all know him.
No, it's a different guy than I think you're even thinking of.
Are we naming people?
No,
we're
we're
not.
not
That's
going to
the
name
that's
anybody.
the point of saying that this person.
Read the Jasper Fitzhugh and read the article about the Jasper rink coming down because that guy has been here selling houses for a long fucking time, and he's like, this is a good thing.
No,
Because it's a dangerous.
it's-
It's a good thing because it's dangerous for
Because
kids to be out here.
there's
That's
no
what he
fun-
said.
There's no fun for the fucking locals anymore.
That's why I said, is it locals like
No.
that are spearheading?
No,
not
well,
spearheading, but
no,
they're-
There's
they're
going to be
on
locals
board.
that agree with it because, of
Yeah.
course, there are, and I'm
I don't
sure
think
some
so.
of them have.
There's not many. There's not many at all.
No, I'm
No,
sure
but
there's no, there's
I'm
some.
sure they're the kind of helicopter parent that would be like, oh,
Yeah, there
shit,
has to be
fuck,
at
we
least
can't have
one.
this happen.
Because why?
Because it's money,
I-
man.
I don't
Because you can
even
build
s-
you could build an apartment building there and quadruple even more. You
Dude,
could.
I don't
what-
even sport, and I've played street hockey there
Yeah.
in the summers, and I fucking love it.
And
It's just
just-
a great time to go and fucking
And
have fun.
just for the reference, it's already down. It's not like I'm saying it's
I
coming
know,
down.
I've seen, yeah, I
It's
know,
down. It's gone.
Oh,
They took it out. They took it out.
You grew up across the street from that fucking rink.
Yep. And I remember when they put the new boards. They put these they put the regular hockey boards up. They took down like the hip high boards and they put regular boards with fences all around so they couldn't shoot pucks off anywhere. And they put a sign. Use at your own risk.
I'm sure there's that picture of your fucking. Well, they have
use at your own risk.
They have a sign like that anyway.
Use at your own risk.
Yeah, but you should have that on fucking sidewalks these days with the way people fucking react to accidents.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure that picture of your sister in hockey gear on your fridge when you still lived at home. That wouldn't fucking be there if that rink wasn't there.
Wouldn't.
Like, let's be real here. That's
I wouldn't love
for the
hockey
community.
without that.
This town to a T. Like this town.
I know it's fucking.
Jasper's
it's fucking,
fucked.
It's
Because
fucking
getting to the
suck.
point where like our rent is going to be going up like $100 a year.
Which is fucking ridiculous.
It is. It's
I don't-
fucking
Let me
criminal.
let me tell you what
Dude,
Jasper
I-
is.
I can say right now, Cam Jenkins.
I'm sure you mean $100
No,
a month
I disagree.
because it's not
I
a
disagree
year.
with that.
It's $100 a month every year.
It has no,
$100?
My rent goes up $100 a month every year. Like it doesn't go up $100 a year. It goes up $100 monthly every year.
yeah, ours goes up about 80.
Yeah, but that,
Ours goes up
that's
about
only-
$80 a month
We've
too.
got so many problems
Yeah.
with that.
Every
Like,
year.
So now we're going to be in
Every
that
year.
position where
It's like, you know-
Katie was born and raised here and has spent her entire life in this town.
Yeah, I know the feeling, man.
And it's,
Yeah.
just, it's just soon going to be not, we're not going to be able to live here anymore.
It's not feasible. No, it's not
not, it's
feasible.
not.
Unless we move every Olympic cycle.
Yeah.
It's
To somewhere that's smaller with less.
But you know what? Like
That's the only way you can do it. You know, you gotta work-
You live in an apartment building where they're taking care of it. When there's an issue, they take care of it.
Yeah, for the most
Like,
part, yeah.
I live in a place it's fucking tight. Like the ramparts are big, but they're shit. The place I live is like small, but it's not the worst, but it's fucking tinny, and it's like paying over $1,000 a month for a 1-bedroom that size with a shit tiny little balcony.
Jasper-
is a joke. It's a joke.
It is.
Jasper, at one point in time, Jasper was a town, a community of people that lived here, and that's what they did. At some point around like mid 1990s, Jasper became a business.
It was the mid '70s, man. That's when it started.
I don't know. You could still buy a home here for regular price in the 80s.
That's when it started, though, man. That's
Maybe.
it started.
But what it is Jasper is a business, and it is nothing more. That is all it is. It's not a town. It's not a community. It's a
fucking
business.
logo.
when you grow up here,
It's a business.
When I used to work service industry, and when I was young.
Look at what they're. Sorry,
But no, but people would be like, "Oh, so does this place shut down in the winter?" Like people don't even see it as an actual community of human beings. Like I grew up here. I'm a 3rd-generation Jasperite. My grandmother was here, born here in '38, and like this was a tourist place for sure. But it was a tourist place for explorers, like people who are like, "Oh wow, the untamed wilderness. I want to go there." Not Joe Blow, I'm going to spend $20,000 to bring my family there for a week, and that's fine. And that's fine.
It wasn't some dumb fucker who's going to fucking drive 1 kilometer an hour down a fucking double lane road looking for a fucking coffee shop.
My great grandpappy used to rent horses at Medicine Lake for people to get up to Moline. Like that was a thing. Like you drive up this rickety dirt road, and then you'd have to go horseback or hike to go and see that. And now you can just drive everywhere, and you don't get a chance to experience it or anything. Like I know local families that are sitting there on January 1st going refresh so they can get a couple days in the backcountry with their family.
Yeah, you can't get it. Look,
And-
you want to go to Moline Lake? When I was a kid, you could go. My dad would go, "You want to go camp at Fisherman's Bay and do some fishing this summer?" And I'd say, "Yeah, Dad, that sounds
you
like a
could
great
just do
fucking
it.
idea." And then he would book the campsite. Now, if you don't have that campsite booked in fucking December for August,
It's January 1st or 2nd. I think, is when that
you're
goes
not
live.
getting a campsite. Like it's just so overrun. Go get a fucking when it's not COVID time. Go get a go do
Dude,
dinner.
You walked downtown today with us on
Oh,
the
it
way
was a
here.
fucking disaster,
It's a
even with
fucking
COVID.
madhouse.
But
It was a fucking
but I mean, before COVID, go have dinner at night downtown as a local.
that.
Good luck.
No, Katie and I, not only because of like price, but out of respect for the people who work in the service industry in this town, from like May to October, we just wouldn't eat out.
Yeah, no. It's
Well,
not.
because you can't.
Well, you can't, but it's also like I know how shit it is.
Yeah.
Because you got to deal with this, and I love
Yeah,
the
but-
families that fucking come here. It's like the fucking worst.
Dude, I'm
of the
happy that people.
worst.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that the people like I used to clean campgrounds, and you'd meet the fucking weekend warriors, the assholes, the fucking people who are just literally
People who
here
come
to
here
do
to
shit.
like you say explore.
Yeah.
That's something.
But I'd experienced those people when I was on the run. When I'd be out like cleaning shitters on the highway. Again, it was a shit job, but you'd meet people who are just like, this place never gets old to me. I've been coming here for the last 40 years since I was a kid. My parents would drive up from Edmonton. We'd spend the weekend here. And I don't like how commercial and crazy it's gotten, but I just love this place. And meeting people like that makes your heart melt.
Yeah.
Because it's the same experience I have. I'd love to say on a daily basis, but it's every few months where I look around and go, God damn it, I am fucking lucky that I had the chance to grow up here.
It was rad growing up here. It really fucking was.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I feel the same.
Because I grew up here in the 90s and the early 2000s. And then by the time everything went crazy, like when I was 21 years old in 2006, as recently as 2006, and I know that's fucking 14 years ago, but it seems recent to me. As recently as 2006, I had a house with my friends that was very easy to rent. It was easy. We just fucking got it. We were a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, but there was like 7 of you there.
Yeah,
How much money were you paying?
$300 a month.
Okay, that's still $2,100.
No, it ended
was
up being like
$1,800
The rent was $1,800
But it
a
was a
month.
split level house. There were 2 houses
There was
in that
there was
house.
2
Okay,
kitchens, 2 living rooms. There was fucking 2 bathrooms. There was 6 bedrooms.
Yeah.
It was and we paid
It's a nice
$1,800
place.
a month.
There was a time where my parents couldn't quite afford. Like I grew up in Aspen Gardens, and it got expensive for them because
And look at it now.
My old man ended up being a truck driver, but when he was like waiting tables, and my mom was working laundry, like. It got too expensive to live in a fucking rental townhome.
And look
That
at
was
now.
the
So
80s?
and then what happened is that those
early
places Aspen Gardens were rentals for years, for 20 fucking years or longer. Those places were rental units. People could rent them. You don't have a lot of cash. You got enough you can rent a house. You can't buy a house, but you can rent a house.
You could have a
You
2
could have
bedroom,
it-
like
you could have it-
3 bedroom.
Yeah, and
like
that
my
place-
sister had separate rooms growing up, in
and
there.
they were like these beautiful community where there was like a lot of families, a lot of kids, a lot of this.
And there was
it was
and there
awesome.
There was
But-
a fucking super for those 3 blocks. So
Yeah.
like if you had an issue, you'd call Dave and be like, "Hey, there's a problem," and he'd be on your doorstep fixing shit.
Yeah. So then what happened was somebody else bought it for an exorbitant sum of money.
The
Somebody
Tri
who
Jobs or
wasn't
whatever.
from Jasper. Somebody who was from out of town because that's
What-
who else has the fucking money to
What
buy
is-
this shit.
What is locally owned now in Jasper?
It's
though?
Jasper
Yeah.
real estate, but there's an outside.
Well, yeah,
there's
the-
definitely a parent.
the money comes from
I
outside.
didn't think you were allowed to own anything if you didn't live in Jasper.
Well, if you have enough money, you are.
Commercial properties are a different thing.
Oh,
If you have
are they?
enough money,
Okay,
you're allowed to do anything in Jasper.
You can't.
They'll just
live
fuck
here
over. They'll just
without
fucking throw away
working,
the rules for you.
But you can own shit
houses?
without
Oh
living
fuck
here.
yeah! Money speaks volumes in this town. It's a business. It's not a community. It's a business.
Do you know people that like don't live in Jasper that own houses?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Okay,
There's a
I
couple
didn't know
that
'cause I-
do.
Well,
and-
tell me the Edmonton investment firm that owns the fucking Yellowheads. Tell me any of the people.
they
that
have a
live here.
need to
I
reside.
didn't know that. I
Dude,
was
those
just
motherfuckers
curious.
own multiple properties, and when this COVID thing hit, they went, yeah, we'll cut your rent in half for 3 months, but it has to be paid back in full by September because we
Yeah.
can't afford that. I'm sorry, if you people who are investing in commercial rental properties are living paycheck to paycheck, tell me how people in
know
a
what?
town where you're making minimum wage are paying $1,000 a month with no fucking work.
At
Please
least-
tell me how that works.
At least you got that. I didn't get a fucking not one even not even
that
a letter.
surprises me because
Not
that's
even a letter.
locally owned.
Not even a sign. There's lots of signs up in the ramparts about
I've
keeping social distance laws.
I like to think that if you would have approached one of the owners who we won't name with issues, I feel like they'd be understanding, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I've never paid them money aside from alcohol.
Well, I just I just kind of was like, I assume there'll be some signs, but like nothing. I
Yeah,
assume
we've got signs all over the Yellowheads.
I thought maybe we'll hear like for some people who maybe some people who they thought couldn't afford rent maybe got notified.
Maybe
But I never saw a thing about
that's
deferring
that's
rent or
That's
nothing.
disappointing.
It's hard
That's
for me to
disappointing.
blame like
I mean,
But there
outside
were,
interests.
but there were fucking programs put out for people who own rental properties, who own businesses as well.
yeah, we never got a lick of a fucking
Like,
anything.
it's not like they couldn't go, hey, I'm gonna cut my rent for my people here. The government will help them out with that. They'll subsidize taxes and shit like that for them. Like there were systems in place for everyone to be helped. And I'm speaking on my ass because I don't know what those systems
I'm still
are.
getting helped by
I
these
don't know
systems.
what they like. Well, yeah, no, because even if I get 40 hours a week, I put it in. But like I don't always get 40 hours a week. There was a couple weeks ago where I got 18 hours a week in 2 weeks, and that $1,000 to come and gave me fucking made it so I could pay my goddamn bills and buy food.
I think I got in April less hours than in the entirety of April that I would normally work an entire week. In a week, in the entire month of April, I got less
Exactly.
than I would have worked in a week.
These 2 weeks, I've worked my fucking balls off, and there's a part of me that wants to put my hours in just in case it gets bad again, but I also don't think it's going to get bad anytime soon. At least in my field. At least in my field.
Wait till October.
There's a lot of people here, and
Hockey
they don't give a
season's fast
flying
approaching, man.
fuck.
Hockey
I guess it's
season's
not going to
fast
hurt to
approaching.
tell them I made more money and they're not going to give me money. It's not going to
There's a lot of people in Jasper right now, and not one of them's wearing a fucking mask.
Yeah.
Not
Not one of them. They come here frothing at the mouth to come. I gotta go see the Rocky Mountains.
I don't mean to
they-
sound hopeful, but I don't think it's going to affect the jobs that we have coming up.
Maybe
this
not.
summer.
Maybe not.
And-
But
and
it's going to
if-
affect the health of
We're
the town.
working for local residential
in
shit.
defense of those people coming, I don't see a lot of locals wearing masks either. To be
I
honest.
wear masks when I go in a store.
Well, and I'm sure that we all do.
Lots
but, like,
to do. The staff do.
No, I don't. I feel like an idiot every time I get out of my truck and don't.
You're like, whoops, shit.
Fair.
I go back to my truck and get it when I
But
forget.
I do see.
But
I
like,
do see a lot of locals
usually,
not doing it.
usually the mask I have in my truck is
Yeah.
like an actual NIOSH mask, and it's
Here's the thing.
those valves open when you breathe out. So if I put that on,
Oh, cool.
it's only
It's no
protecting
good.
the particles I breathe in. It's not protecting the breath I breathe out. And medical masks are stopping your germs
Breath,
from going
yeah.
out.
Oh.
They're
Your-
not pro-
your saliva.
You wear a medical mask, it's not going to protect you from anybody else. It's protecting the people around you from you.
Okay, yeah,
That's what it
okay,
does.
yeah.
So if everybody wears a mask, we'll all be safe. If
that's
nobody
kind
wears
of-
a
that's
mask.
kind of what the point of a
50% of the
mask
people
is.
wears a mask. Not gonna fucking do much.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter.
50% of the people.
And, like,
it'll help the 50% of the
ta-
people who didn't want to wear a mask.
It's
That's what
like
it'll do.
it's like a regular fucking summer in town right now.
It is.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's a little bit less busy. And then do you see the fucking parking shit that went up? Just shut the fucking Patricia Street down. You see fucking cannot drive. Half of cannot drive is took up by dumb shit patios.
I have been a proponent of them shutting Patricia Street
Yeah, me
down
too.
from May long until September long. Just fuck it. Do it.
I agree.
They're building that huge parking lot across the tracks. You know who's going to use it? Businesses. Just like that huge parking lot they built across the tracks before, it's just filled with buses and raft
For the
tours.
rafters, and it's supposed to be RV parks, but since the bylaw doesn't enforce any RV parking,
They built
there's
that
no
what?
RVs
That
over there.
fucking $800,000 underpass so that people could park over there and walk across the tracks.
But it does shit if bylaw only harasses locals and doesn't bother any tourists ever.
Yeah, I've got.
all
I've
they do
got
is drive
harassed
through the
parking
fucking
in front of a business that I worked at to get my paycheck, and he's like, "If I come back here and you're here, you're getting a ticket." And I'm like,
Look
I'm in
around you.
I'm in my marmot.
Look at
gear.
around you.
We're picking up paychecks, not just mine, but people's paychecks. I'm not in a marmot vehicle because they didn't give me one to come down here, but I'm here working.
Use your
Like,
own vehicle.
This is a commercial vehicle, technically, right? I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like they're too busy driving around making sure that the locals are paying tickets. That's what they're doing.
yeah.
Here's your trailer. You can't have a trailer park like that.
Yeah,
They're-
you need
they're
a
The
permit
construction
to park a trailer without
they'll,
a fucking.
they'll
truck
drive
garage.
to a construction site, see a fucking dump trailer parked outside that doesn't have a truck for half an hour,
Yeah,
and they'll
well,
put a ticket on it.
You can get a permit for that.
They'll
but,
put a
like,
ticket. They'll put a ticket on it. Like fuck off.
I wonder how much the
Fuck
permit
off.
costs compared to the
Drive through downtown for 5 seconds and pull over the 14 people parked in front of Tim Hortons because they can't walk a
ticket.
block.
I saw a local post that happened before all this COVID shit where someone was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard to find parking in Jasper. It's kind of annoying. They should shut down parking." And someone's like, "Well, you must not have been there when I was there because I just parked downtown and walked around all day." And it was just like, hey, first off, the person that was saying you can't find parking is a local, and second, you can't park all fucking day downtown, so you're part of the goddamn problem.
Yeah, it's
just
2
find
hour
a parking
limit.
spot and just be there all day.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
cool.
almost like
That's
the
nice.
bylaw goes and chalks the tires. Are like, "Ooh, it's got a park pass. Fucking chalk that tire." Oh
Yeah.
fuck, it's got one of them printout receipt things. Don't chalk that.
Yeah,
fucker.
but it's the same. Like
You know, like-
when my old man was growing up, he tells stories about how the cops would look the other way with like drug dealers and shit because it was bringing the weekend party crowd. So they'd be like, yeah, well, just and like, I don't think they do that shit anymore. But they look the other way when tourists are infracting because it paints a bad image. When I
gonna
first saw
make
that
tourists
article
not
saying
wanna
that they
come.
handed out like over
That's-
$8,000 in fines to Americans in Banff one weekend, and they've been doing it here too. I'm like, good,
Fucking right.
because I'm sure people are just like, and I don't mean to offend Americans as a general because I am generalizing here, and it's not fair. I've met
Because there's
really
Americans
awesome-
that aren't dickheads.
Well, yeah, exactly. I've met awesome
lots of
fucking
them.
Americans. I don't know if Jonathan listens, but we ran into this dude on Canada Day, and he was like a student up from the States, and we're just like, oh, happy Canada Day. Gave him a shot in the fucking McCready parking lot, and like, dude ended up staying on my couch and fucking hanging out for a few days. It was awesome. Like, I got no problem with Americans. I got a problem with the Americans who are coming up here and lying to get through the border and then staying here. And it's not because you're necessarily bad people, but the infection rate of your country is terrifying.
No, it makes you a bad person.
And you're breaking
don't bring
the
it up
law.
here.
You're lying
You're
to get
gonna make
into
you
a
a
fucking
shitty person.
country because if somebody lied to get into their fucking country. You know
yeah,
what
they-
it is.
they'd be in a
detained by
cage.
I'm not saying that those people specifically are the ones
They believe
putting,
it.
Spanish children
Well,
in
that's why I'm not
cages.
saying they're necessarily bad people, but what they're doing is fucking
But you
shit.
shouldn't be breaking international law because you need a fucking vacation.
Exactly.
Because my
Well, just-
local mall is closed.
Yeah.
And they want me to wear things. And
Do you really think like 1,000 people are driving to Alaska every spring?
well, apparently the fucking Canadian border guards do.
You know what? Yeah, which is always weird because
fucking.
it always weirded me out because every time I've gone to the States, the Americans are super nice, and when I'm coming back,
we had this talk.
the Canadians are like, "Well, what were you doing down there?" I was like, "Well, being in America, I don't know. It's neat." What were you doing in Chicago? I got to see Marilyn Manson on my birthday. Fuck.
Yeah.
I went to the aquarium. I went to the museum. It was fucking mind blowing. I had an amazing
I'd be straight
time.
up and be like, I wanted a fucking slice of good pizza,
Dude,
so I got out of this fucking country. That's
Tyson
what I did.
and I and our respective ex-lady friends road tripped to Seattle. We had a great time.
I love Seattle.
The border guard on the way back into Canada pulled me out of the car and said, "Your name came up for cocaine trafficking." And I was like,
Whoa.
"What?"
Sid Smith has to be kind of a fucking generic name, though.
That I don't think so.
Just Smith?
Yeah,
Smith, yeah, but
Alone
Sid.
is gonna.
But
Yeah,
Sid.
yeah, Sid
yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Sydney.
Sid is a like
Well,
a unisex name.
Yeah, I haven't. I've met two other Sids.
You have.
Yeah,
I have.
I have met.
I've met many different Sids.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about my personalities, Eric. I'm talking about different physical beings.
Yeah, but
right.
only you.
Sydney.
There's only
No,
one
but like
you, man.
they pulled me out, and I was like, "Do you really think that I would be transporting cocaine across the border in a fucking Mercury Mystique with a fucking Australian, my girlfriend, and a dude that looks like fucking Serpico?"
Is that not the Serpico guy? Maybe
That was
Give it away.
Tyson. He looked like Serpico when we crossed the
Because
border.
you think
He looks like
Serpico.
cervical all the time.
But I had
You
to-
think Al
to-
Pacino. You think Scarface.
But I had to go.
cocaine
I had to go in
trafficking.
and talk to this
Makes
fucking
sense.
Canadian
Simple
border
detective.
patrol
That's
chick
fine.
because she
Simple
thought I was trafficking cocaine across the border.
I was, and you had the same name or something.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but-
because of Robin Williams' knuckles over here. Fucking.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I'm
Like,
not even a hairy guy.
No, Tyson the person is Robin Williams.
Oh,
He's a squirrely looking dude for sure.
yeah, it was just so funny. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, and we just gone through all this shit.
excuse me, Sid. Could you please step out of the vehicle?
Yeah, we're like, what? And I got the window down. She's got all our
Was
passports,
it
our
only
driver's
you? They
licenses
didn't ask
too.
anybody else.
No, it was just me.
just
Because
Sid.
I apparently was trafficking cocaine.
Whoa.
Yeah, they like she was like, I'm making sure you're not bringing this drugs into my country.
And I was like,
But we had just gone through this shit at the U.S.
We're
border.
driving a Mercury fucking Mystique.
Isn't that
you-
the beauty of it, though?
you know what
Like, would you be drinking a Lincoln Continental?
You know what the funniest part of that is?
I'd be
were
flying a
drug
private
smuggling?
fucking plane.
We
that's true.
I don't say. Did you already talk about us going into the United States?
No,
Okay.
I negated that part.
Okay,
I just,
so when-
I just went to the part that was about me.
Okay, so when we were leaving the United States at this point, but before that, we had driven from Jasper in the fucking winter time. We had hit the ditch. We had blown the fucking car almost in the. We
Yeah, your
almost fucking.
transmission was
The
fucked.
transmission was fucked almost. It still made it the whole trip.
Patted a dying
But-
dog. It
But
was a great time.
we had hit the ditch. We had made it here. We had made it to the border, and it was going to be this huge fucking thing, right? We were going to go on this holiday. Like we had to take my.
Did we even fucking do anything in Seattle after all that shit?
We kind of did, but
We ate dinner. I think that
we
was all
ate
did.
dinner. We went to the Space Needle. We went to all this shit. shit. But we were like, okay, let's make a holiday of going to Seattle, like going to the American border to do a flagpole flip around, because I mean, my ex-girlfriend had to renew her visa, which means you, for some fucking reason, even though she's been a resident of Canada for so long,
Well,
she had to flip around. We had to drive out of
You
Canada
have to
around the
re-enter the
flagpole
country.
and then re-enter the country because of some fucking dumb, stupid bullshit.
Yeah, Shannon had to literally go back to Australia the last time.
Wow, that's fucking ridiculous.
Wow, it's.
I thought this was fucking ridiculous. But the worst part of this is we get to the U.S. border and we're like, hey, we're just some Canadians. We're going down to Seattle
the cigarettes
because she's from Australia. She has to do a flagpole to come back into Canada. So we figured we'd make a holiday of it. And every single border guard went, that's fucking weird. That makes no sense. Why is there 4 of you? It doesn't take 4 of you to do a flagpole run. It only takes 1 of you.
Well, the worst part is they had a fucking shift change in our turnaround.
That was the biggest problem. So we had to just explain to this guy like 10 times. He tore our fucking car apart.
Oh, like legit. He couldn't repack
fucking-
my bag because he's a fucking weak puss.
They ripped the whole fucking car apart. I had to call the hostel where I had booked a room. They had to talk to make sure that we were going there. These guys were fucking not having any of us. They kept saying, why does it take 4 of you to do a flagpole? And we kept saying, because we
vacation.
live 800 kilometers from here and we have to drive here in the winter. So we figured we'd just make a holiday of it, because what are we going to do? Drive around the flagpole and fucking drive home on ice for 800 kilometers?
We could have
like,
just went through Montana.
I guess, but like we wanted to go to Seattle.
I had never seen the ocean.
So we do it. There's a shift change. So the guy
Still
finally he's like, okay, you guys are cool. Just drive back into Canada and then drive back through and we'll let you go to Seattle. And we said, okay, cool. Because we had still to do the flagpole. We get back into the Canadian border and they're like, okay, we talked to the American guys. They say you're doing a flagpole. And we said, yeah, we're doing a flagpole. Why is there 4 of you? Well, because we had to do it. You're from Canada. You know how big this fucking place is. It's 800 kilometers from where we came from.
In the fucking time it took us to explain that, the fucking Americans had a shift change.
When we went
So
back.
there we go, right back, and they're just like, oh, but you just entered Canada. Why are you leaving? Do you have drugs?
Yeah, and we're like, no, because we had to do a flagpole. Well, it doesn't take 4 of you to do a flagpole.
Oh my!
And we're like, oh,
It
you
was like
fucking
a
kidding.
day. A day. I swear to God, if we didn't fucking get in that car accident, it would have been the smoothest fucking trip ever. But ever since we got in that fucking car accident, the only saving grace of that whole fucking thing was the $8 nachos and the goddamn penthouse suite.
That was right. So, but after all that BS, we finally get to Seattle. We stay there for a few days. We take another ferry. We end up in fucking Port Angeles. We take that ferry to Victoria, where that shit with Sid happens, where he gets yanked out of the car. And we're just like, fuck off. Like, we're just trying to fucking do this shit. We're not smuggling drugs. We're not fucking around. We're just 4 people who had to come 800 kilometers to do a flagpole. And we're making a holiday of it. What the fuck is so hard to understand about that?
That thing.
allowed.
No. So you're saying 4 of us had to do it. 4 of you didn't have to do it. 1 of you had to do it.
Yeah.
But why not make it a road trip?
Yeah, why not? You're coming 800 kilometers.
Well,
They don't
she
know
did-
that.
I had to go.
No.
I had to go
Let
with
me
her.
Put on my ice
No,
hat.
no, you didn't, and
Let me put
nobody
on
had
my
to go
border
anywhere.
guard hat here. 4 people did not have.
They don't know. They don't know what you're
One
doing. They don't know
person
what.
had to
Hannah
do that.
wanted to do it there to go. Roberta
then
and
you
I
guys
went,
were gonna
hey,
make a day
well,
of it.
no, Tyson was going to go with her regardless. They were going to drive. It was going to be a thing. Roberta and I, like, Hannah talked to us, and we decided to go with because it was like, fuck yeah. And I had never seen the ocean, so I was keen as fuck. I was like, shit, yeah. I've never been to the States. I've never seen the ocean. This is going to be suck.
And kind of at the time, me and Hannah were thinking of moving to Victoria. So we were like, well, let's go to Victoria and we'll check it out a little bit and see what you think, because she'd never
God,
been
we
there.
never should have went. We never should have.
Ah, fucking. Anyway,
Yeah,
we,
why the hell would you voluntarily go into BC?
fucking Victoria's so beautiful.
Tyson
man.
and I both had a terrible experience living in Victoria,
Nah,
but
I
it's still a
didn't. I
beautiful
didn't.
place.
I fucking loved it.
I don't regret it. It was just definitely did not work out.
Oh, I went into severe amount of debt,
Yeah, me too. I know the feeling.
but fuck, was
But
it
just
awesome.
crawled out of it.
Fuck, I loved it out there. If it was like if BC's was like Alberta with paying their trades, I probably would have never left. But they're just not. It's just not. It's just not the same.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like it's like it's like when I
pay you
came,
shit.
they pay you shit compared to what you get here. It's like
I see.
So, like-
and in Victoria, the cost of living is the same as Jasper.
so like you're getting less money to live in a bigger place
And all the
to work
taxes
a little
are-
bit more.
The taxes on like your GST is harmonized sales tax is 12% or 13%.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
As opposed to the 5% we pay here, which is probably going to go up
Probably.
considering everything.
Yeah, it
but
will
like on the plus side, we did pay 2 months rent for 2 nights in a penthouse suite.
We
overlooking the
sure fucking did, and it was totally. And
The
I
worst part is both our credit cards were maxed out and we needed gas on the way home. But like this was a 2-bedroom suite with 3 balconies, a fucking solarium, 2 fucking fireplaces, an entertainment system, an office, a bar, a full kitchen,
a full on living room.
I've got there's video of Tyson with a towel over his shoulder being a bartender. Like that this place was sweet. We had like private bathrooms, jacuzzi tubs.
It was, and
It was
I'm not-
also $800 a night.
It was.
Sometimes you just gotta.
We paid for
splurge,
2 nights.
man.
Well, I went over to Sid's house. I'm like, the girls bought these $12 a night hostels.
Oh my god, if they were anything like that shit hostel we stayed at in
Fuck,
Seattle.
with no heat.
And we got there were rooms that were like done up like fucking comic book heroes and super awesome shit. We got the hipster artist themed room. So it was bare with Polaroid pictures of shoes and skirts.
Yeah, that sounds about
And it had
right.
like random records just on the ground. It was like they forgot to set the room
They
up.
weren't even good. They weren't even good records.
Remember we had to pay.
Probably did. That's why it's the fucking hipster room.
And remember we had to pay for parking like way away from the from that hostel in Seattle too. And we kept going out there thinking the car was going to be gone.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then- 'cause, like,
Because
fuck,
we were
we-
in a shit neighborhood, man.
And we were in a shit neighborhood, and the parking expired at like 7 a.m. So we had to wake up and fucking run down there.
On
More
the plus
parking.
side, the all-night convenience store sold $3 beers.
That's true.
Nice.
And like fucking
And Lucy's.
Do
Yeah.
they have that in fucking BC? Like a Dépanneur? Like, you know, if
Dude,
I'm going
they don't
to
even know what off sales are.
no, they
in
don't
BC.
even know.
We tried to get off sales from bars when we were stuck in Abbotsford after the car accident, and they're just like, off sales, what are those?
think-
We're
yeah,
like, we just
no,
need to get
Toronto
those
doesn't
Only
off.
in
have
Alberta
sales
thing.
either,
So we
no.
ended up
Only in
sitting in
Alberta thing.
Denny's drinking fucking $6 Kokanese because they've never heard
We
of
just
Pilsner.
needed-
Then you went into a corner store where you might buy
No, that was in Seattle.
some bananas.
That was in Seattle. Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
that
Seattle-
was America.
Right.
Yeah, in America, like
We
in
had
Seattle,
Lucy's and $3 beers at all hours of the day.
So like Quebec is very much like America, in that, where you go, where we went around using horrible.
Yeah, you're gonna
French
slip in a hull at 18 so you can
And
get
if you
fucking
do-
drunk on a street corner.
beer,
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 Yeah.
beer, s'il vous plaît.
Ça va bien. But then you get tired of the search, so you go down to the Dépanneur to get a Mountain Dew. Oh, there's the fucking beer right there. Because we're just idiots coming from Toronto. We didn't know shit. So we're looking for beer and avez-vous du pot? Maybe.
Comme ça.
I don't know. You lost me.
No, you lost.
I'm from Toronto. We just
Dude.
bonjour,
Dude, fucking.
bonjour, man.
Dude, Seattle is fucking rad, man. I wish Trump wasn't a president because I want to go back there, and I'm not gonna go back there till he's not president.
Go well, because
Yeah, well, okay, right now alone.
Jazz.
Chaz is done.
That's a personal.
Chaz
That's
is
a.
over? Yeah,
I think
That's a
Chaz is
personal
over.
choice.
No.
We could have won a fucking Pulitzer for that.
What happened
Chaz?
to Chaz?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just
we
give
could-
Pulitzers out for nothing now, so
Yeah, they
we could
probably
we
do.
could have won one just
Yeah,
by
we
doing
could-
a
yeah,
shit
Obama
podcast there.
got one.
Just by doing
No,
a
you
shit
got a
podcast.
Nobel.
Hey,
You got to know.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, those are pretty easy to come by too. I guess.
Well, yeah, all you got to do is bomb countries. And then
Obama
you get it.
yeah,
probably
then
deserved his
you're
Nobel.
peaceful.
Come on.
Yeah,
I think
killing
there-
motherfuckers gets you a peace
There
prize
are
for
some
sure.
Syrians that would strongly disagree
okay,
with that
well,
Nobel Peace
I'm sure
Prize.
every
Well,
Nobel
let's
Peace
not get back
Prize is
into it.
contested.
Let's not get back
I'm sure
into it.
every
Let's not
one
get
of-
into Tyson's father.
And this has been
War
episode
crimes.
20.
Fuck.
I hope everyone enjoyed our yelling about shit, not actually talking about what we're doing, and just a bunch of fucking
Pretty-
fuck everybody else but us.
It was a pretty standard Wheels Blues podcast. It was
was
just
pretty
like
standard.
it went from here to here to here to here, and now we're
Yeah, well, I still have an unanswered question
What is
because
it?
I
What
wasn't
is
giving
it?
a shit about our game. I was just actually wondering what are people doing to like be happy and escape from the reality that we're stuck in.
This is the
But
only thing that I
apparently-
do that makes me happy.
Wow, that is fucking awful because this depresses the shit out of me.
When masturbation has failed you, you turn to the Wheels Blues podcast.
Did you lose the Brazzers password? Is that why?
You never gave it to
You
me.
need
You
the
guys
company
don't trust
password
me with
again?
it.
Fucking
You
Sid-
don't-
Only 'cause
well,
I'm already
there's
I'm
an-
on
yeah,
it.
Sid set up the Brazzers password,
Does
man.
Jesus get the
I even,
Brazzers password?
I
Or does
even
he not
put
need it?
I even put my most recent favorite video in there.
Dude, there's two
It's-
Zs. That's
the
all.
Brazos-
Me
Did
and my stepmom, part 3.
Did you? Because there's two Zs. Did you forget how many Zs? Did you forget how to spell it? There's two Zs.
I just feel like Jesus is probably using them. I can't.
Yeah, well, you keep eating his
can't
blood and
access-
fucking flesh,
I
and
can't
you tell
access
me
the
about how it's going to
password.
stop you from jerking
I
the fuck
don't
off.
know the
Completely
password.
normal
Tell
to
me.
want to use the
Tell me
browser's
how.
password.
You eating his flesh is going to prevent you from jerking off. Please tell me. Is it the same reason you can't walk?
That does. Yes, it is.
Well, stop drinking his blood and eating his flesh, guy.
Maybe
It's
jerk,
not
maybe
working
jerk
out
off
for
to
you.
some browsers, man. Like fuck, it's two Zs. And
Brazzers doesn't.
I'm pretty
do
sure
it
the
for me. It's just.
browsers doesn't do.
Oh, what do you need,
it's
Smurf
not,
porn?
It's not
Oh.
weird enough for me.
Is it
I
not
do
weird enough?
No, I do.
You talked
not.
Okay, well, there's this video I've got
Do
of
not
this,
need-
like...
No.
This is a good way to end it, actually.
And
It's not weird enough for me, yeah.
I'm at Eric.
Yeah, I'm
_83.
gonna have to show Justin some stuff, so we definitely have to cut the fuck out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, we
at
do.
Squeed, SKW and I'm out.
Hey, Squeed, before you actually put everything down, I would really like to know what the Instagram is.
Oh boy,
Yeah, no. Yeah, I would like to know that too.
it's not enough underscores for me, man.
You can check out the Wheels Blues Pod on Instagram at Wheels Blues Pod. I think I posted last week, but I
It's a
haven't.
sexual podcast.
Whoa.
Woo.
But I don't post very often, so you can follow it if you want.
Please do.
I reckon there'll be some updates about the game soon.
And I am
I
at
gotta get
Tin
back
Can.
to porn though, so it's been lovely speaking with you people.
And I'm at Tin Can Blues. You can find me at Tin Can Blues on Twitter. And our website is wheelsbluepodcast.wixsite.com/my site. Sorry about the long domain name, but it costs a lot of money.
I'm not sorry.
You're not
I
that
mean,
sorry. You're
it
not-
costs a lot of
work.
money.
Yeah.
Do the work,
Yeah.
and the
the-
rewards
yeah.
will be yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that website, you can find a little bit about us. You can find our podcast if you want to listen to the latest episode. It is on there. You don't even need to visit an external site. It's all there. Our merch link is on there. A little bit about us is on there, and the game is on there. If you want to read about the game, watch the game trailer, you can find it from there. Link to YouTube from there. If not, follow it from Twitter at Wheels Blues or any other social media like the Instagram or the Facebook, which Glorious Leader will fill you in on now.
And as always, I am at Mighty Wheels on Twitter and Justin Wheeler on Instagram and Facebook. And our Facebook page is Wheels Blues Pod.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for listening to episode 20. We love you.
Goodbye.